sec, we'll fix it.
What is it, echoing?
Yes.
Thank you, loyal viewers.
Thank you, loyal viewers. Okay. We're gonna fix this. I forget how I fixed this last
1
time.
second.
We want to get into this just as much as they do.
Oh yeah, no, I'm into this right now.
Yeah.
So I was saying, Jacob, dude, last night, last night, we don't know about the articles or whatever. Ooh,
When?
2 o'clock in the morning. So, woo! They good?
That's what I do.
Everybody be sure to go to your Instagram and check for Freshly Baked Chaos. Follow them. They do all of our snacks.
All the goody goodies.
All the goody goodies.
Okay.
Also, Kiki, let us know when it is fixed, because we have no way of knowing.
Okay, and is it just my voice or is it everyone's voice? Because I know it was doing that stupid thing where it was literally just singling me out. Everyone else is fine. And it was like, all right, Brandon's talking. We're gonna echo him.
Right.
Yeah.
Sabotage the deal.
We're gonna sabotage the DM. Love that stuff.
Do it.
You're gonna kill me.
Mostly Brandon.
Lay back.
Cool. Okay. How about now? How about now?
I'm so glad somebody said we would have noticed.
Oh, that would have been a great episode. It's only for the first one.
2 people watching.
Yeah, because it's a
Chaos.
Do a mic test for
Mic check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See, if only I were an actual technician. I've only done like very minor technician work.
Still there.
Still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being a little
So
being a
before,
little piss boy.
what did you do? We can't remember. Mostly only when you talk at a higher volume. But always slightly there.
Why in the dang heck?
What's being used for the microphone?
It should be picking it up through all of these, and I don't know why there would be a delay, because it didn't happen until, was it last stream or was it the stream before?
It was like 3 streams
Is
before that.
the
Yeah.
microphone on the laptop being used too?
Yeah.
I think that might be happening actually, because we had that problem before.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Let's try this. Let's try that. How about now? Mic check.
Mic check.
1, 2, 3.
Yo.
Brandon on the mic. Gotta love these really fun technical issues. It's really great. I love it. I love it a lot. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think it's mic 2. That's doing it.
Give a little funky, but it's better.
Give me mic 2. Okay. Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
That didn't echo.
Didn't echo?
Got it.
Be good.
It's alright, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
You were taking us to a room, sir.
Yes.
No, you were
Oh,
taking us
yeah.
to a table.
Okay, so you want a table first?
Yes.
Okay, and you don't want me to, I can show you the honeymoon suite, it's quite nice.
I
if you
mean-
want to take a look at it before and then maybe, but it's your choice.
It's
I
not
mean, all the
anything weird
costumes-
like that or anything. We've all just recently met and we need to discuss things together, and it would be easier if we were all in the same room.
More like a conference.
Oh, you want I do have a conference room, you want
Well, but we also want to sleep there.
Yeah,
Feel like-
yeah. So, like a big enough room.
So,
like a
so the
conference
honeymoon
room.
suite will do.
that? I could take you up there right now just to show you if you want. I mean, I could also take drinks up to you and,
Oh, we could just have like a private dinner out there.
I mean, more or less, I mean, it's your room, I mean, you can bring whatever you want up there.
I mean, we can do that, or we could stay in here and see what
Look,
we
people
get.
have brought up some really strange things to that room, so, you know, it's, I'm used to it. I can do
For
it.
people who would be looking for information, would it be better for us to probably sit on like the second floor and maybe listen around while we eat?
The third floor probably is not going to be too busy. People don't like to walk up the stairs, you know, it takes a long time to get to the stairs to the loo and then back up to the stairs. It's a long thing. So I could take you up there and it's probably a little bit more quiet. But yeah.
We'll do the third floor, we'll eat, and then we'll find you again when we're ready for
Well,
it.
I'll go ahead and get your orders in now if you want what you want.
Just give me some menus, man.
I can give you a menu.
I would also like to
Oh,
make
yeah,
the menu.
I-
I'm not
I-
sure what I would
for-
like.
4 menus. Do you want me to get some drinks up there? I'll have a little tavern boy.
I will take an ale though.
The diet ale, or do you just want like a regular, like a
A
diet?
diet
a
ale
bro-
will work.
Okay.
Dire ale, yes, I'll take
Make
that
it
as well. Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
4.
Sure.
And a table for, well, and a table for 7.
Yeah, it's like
Wonderful.
counting up
Yeah.
to
I
Oh,
guess
come on
6 actually.
6, yeah.
And he starts to lead you. He starts to lead you off, and you
Your
see that there are a
cans
couple of wood elves who have walked in, who are a little bit of a
They look snooty down there.
not necessarily. They just look like they're a little bit rougher type. Not super snooty. Just a little bit tougher. And they start walking up, and they see the proprietor leading y'all up, and you see them kind of go, "Hey, Gavin, what fuck? You gonna see this or what?" And you watch Gavin just go, "All right, boys, now you'll settle down. I don't want no roughhousing in my house." And they start
My roof.
they start walking up to you, kind of eyeing y'all.
Well, I mean, if they require to be seated, you can seat them first, sir.
No. I've got this. You watch as
Okay.
Gavin crosses over to the wood elves. The first one, it would kind
It's
of
jacked, right?
bad. It's pretty jacked.
Great. This is working out just how I wanted. Get him, big boy.
Just picks him up and moves him and like
It's like,
picks it up.
You sit.
And he starts kind of like walking him out through the front door and sets him outside, directly out of the front door, and closes the door in front of him. The wood elf, not speaking the entire time, just a little bit more insulted. Sheer, like every ounce of pride that wood elf had gone, just shattered in that instant. Gavin walks back. "All right, boys. Sorry about that. Let's take you up."
Lead the way.
And he starts leading you up the stairs. You see on the second floor, it's still pretty populated. There's still a good crowd. You see maybe about 20 or 30 tables, and maybe about most of them are full. Maybe about 75% of them are full. Then it leads you up to the third floor. And this floor is a little bit. It doesn't have as many tables, and you definitely see it's a lot quieter. Instantly, you can feel everything. You can instantly hear some of the wind coming through the slats in the walls. Your best guess is you're maybe about 40 feet up right now, so you can hear some of the wind whipping through and the snow falling against the outside.
It feels very safe, doesn't it?
It It's certainly the safest. It's the safest you felt since leaving. Well, for the
I
rest
guess
of you,
we're
it's
inside, so I
yeah.
guess it's safer than being outside.
Safer than being outside. Certainly after
Especially inside.
fighting those dogs and wolves. But he kind of leads you to a back table, and it's fairly empty. You see maybe, and it's probably about 50 feet away from the stairs, and everyone else who is seated at this on this floor or over by the stairs.
It's like we can see them.
Yeah, you can see everyone. There's maybe only 7 or 8 other people up there with y'all.
That's what I was looking.
Yeah, and there's some other rooms, so some people are sleeping. So if you don't mind,
No, we won't be too loud.
keep it down. Yeah, I still have a business to run, and a lot of these folks are return customers, and they do a lot of work out in the swamp for me. So they do some good work, and I'd like to repay them. And yeah, if
Work in the
looking for
swamp?
work. Do what?
Work.
Yeah, there's work in the swamp. There's a lot of shit that needs to be killed out there. Those fuckers just and we got people who need to come to and from Kin Swamp, and
What
we
exactly needs to be killed out there?
well,
We found these weird dogs.
Yeah, in the way.
we don't.
Like-
Are they like?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well,
Someone just died.
dogs. Yeah, someone just died. I'm sure you can probably see me physically just jump.
No, I was like, Jesus.
God. Dang. Yeah, there's some. I don't know about dogs so much. I mean, definitely wolves. You see any wolves on the road?
Well, it was. Picture wolves with 2 heads.
Oh, fuck.
Are you talking about like direwolves or like straight wolves?
Oh,
We
yeah, we
fought
get the
dire
occasional
wolves,
dire wolves. Yeah,
Yeah,
some
so-
smaller packs. Some other beasts. I'm not too familiar with them, but the Lord Mayor keeps a lot of people on retainer for escorting people to and from Kin Swamp. We have a lot of trade that goes out there, and a lot of people who not everyone's happy about it, but there's good coin in it. So But and if you're ever looking for work, I'd be happy to put in a good word for you when you can do some escort work. It's not the most glamorous, and the road to Kin Swamp is shit. It is not a fun road. There's a lot of, there's a reason why it's good coin to take people to and from there. But anyway, I'm going on. Sorry. I'll get you drinks. I'll get you food.
The menus.
And the menus. Yeah, they kind of
Not the food.
he pulls out his.
By the time you come back with the drinks, we should be ready.
He pulls out some menus, and there's literally 3 things on there.
Great.
Yeah, that's all right.
Fucking dope.
Oh.
I just needed to know what they were.
Yeah.
It's it just says steak, salad, bread. And he goes, yeah, so these are all full meals, so, pick and choose if you want, you can, mix and match, so, it's
But
not
it
called
says bread here.
It's, bread.
Is it like just loaves of bread, or is it like
Sourdough
biscuits, or is it?
Sourdough wheat.
I mean, do you all fuck with biscuits? Or?
I do in fact fuck with biscuits.
Biscuits. I was looking for some biscuits on the menu.
Yeah, well,
I was really hoping for I do.
well, we here at the Melamash fuck with biscuits.
Good
So,
set.
So yeah, I can bring you some,
Special
I mean, it's a little bit extra, but I can bring you some butter.
Oh,
For 5 copper extra, and that's a real good deal. You won't find that deal anywhere else around these parts in the Mudlark. 5 extra copper, I can give you some butter.
you know
How
what?
about some jelly or something?
That's another 3 copper, but I will throw that in for
I
you.
am sold.
Because I like you so much, 2 copper.
Oh,
We'll take. Is everybody fairly hungry?
Uh,
We're feeding 6 people, so we'll take 3 plates of biscuits and 3 plates of steaks.
All about
I assume the steak is a fairly large steak.
chicken fries.
Is is that it? I'm not familiar with that method. We have a fire and we
Boil?
put it on the. These are little.
Like the roast.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
So-
that's special technique.
well, it's a pretty special technique.
Well,
Yeah.
would 1 steak fill a person? Oh, but we're splitting the bread as well, so.
I mean, it's a pretty large steak. One
Okay, cool.
steak should probably feed about 2 y'all. Except that some of the bigger guys. That
Well-
fella right there, and he kind of looks at Vladimir, who's also as jacked as he is. He's like, look, it takes me about 2 steaks, but so I mean, if you're gonna fill up, you're gonna fill up. So Well, that's up to
Vladimir
y'all.
can take care of his own bill.
Well, All right, I won't push that button. Anyway, I can bring up your bill at the end. Just tell me what you want,
Sounds great.
and I'll get it going for you.
Cool. We'll take the 3 plates of biscuits,
Wonderful,
3 plates of steak, and then the ales.
wonderful. Yeah, I'll bring that up right away. And he turns. He starts to leave. You are alone at this table. What do you like?
So, Zarek told me that there was some gold in this bag of his. But like, there's nothing in the bag when he opens it. So he's like, so do I just think of gold and it'll pull out? Is that how this thing works?
I don't know.
It's the haversack. Yeah.
So just reach in, just think of gold, and just like pulls out a massive sack of like, cause
Yeah.
he had 2,500 gold in a
That's
bag.
a lot of money.
And just like, and his eyes are huge. Just like, my God! Do all of you have money like this?
You could maybe assume that, maybe.
Yeah, but
Can't
How do you-
confirm.
Where
know,
do you?
you know, you should
Where do
probably,
you get this much money?
You should probably put
you
that
should
back.
probably put that back. in
Yeah.
there, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll
I
take
think
care
around
of
see what
tonight.
else in the smell I've seen this giant bag of gold is placed on this.
There are 2 other tables, and
Okay.
they seem to be engrossed in their own conversation.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
So
Yeah, let's do back. Let's
I've
turn around.
never even seen this much money at a single point in time. Are these all gold coins? Is all of that gold?
I believe Zarek did come into some wealth recently from his travels, but he was willing to part with it.
But how do you make this much money?
Well, towns become assailed, and we find ourselves.
Wait, are you talking about the attack on Kosh?
Yes, we were there when it happened. Citric swords.
No.
Yes, Zarek was there. I saw
This-
him. He was involved in beheading a minotaur.
Makes me proud.
Papa Roman.
Yeah.
I saw him powerbomb him and put him in a wrestling suplex.
Oh my God, I did do that, didn't I? It's fucking amazing. We had some good times. I wish we would have been streaming all that.
It was
'cause,
15
man.
foot tall Zarek just DDT
Oh.
this Minotaur.
Enlarged. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Well, should we do some work here? Get more money?
I mean, do we know anything about kinsfolk?
Yeah,
We're in Diamash right now.
Diamash.
He was talking about he has work where we could take people to Kinsfolk. Escort them.
Yeah,
Right.
escort work.
But do we know anything about?
It's hunting work.
Where's
escort
the
work.
big map? With the journal? Oh, you did
I don't
not.
know. But it's
Curses.
go ahead and make just go ahead and make a history check for me real quick. Anyone who's proficient in history.
I'm pretty sure
None of us,
I'm not.
but I got Alex.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
We'll all just roll a knowledge local check.
Yeah.
That's a Pathfinder
Yeah, it's
joke.
Pathfinder.
That's 18.
Get your Pathfinder out of my D&D 5e.
18.
What'd you roll?
13.
13. Yeah, it's. I mean, you're all pretty familiar with, and especially those who originated inside the kingdom are familiar with the general makeup of the whereabouts of different places. Kin Swamp is maybe about 2 days east of Dire Marsh, and you recognize it as a. It's kind of known as a. Not a great place to be, especially in recent years with King Lars coming into power. He's enacted several laws that have allowed different groups, different races to come into Paulist and settle. And Kinswamp is a tiefling settlement. Pretty much exclusively tiefling live in Dire Marsh, maybe about 150 or so. That's basically their. It's a mass refugee camp essentially. So trade to and from Kinswamp is pretty much directly through Dire Marsh. So you actually haven't seen any tiefling on the streets so far. But yeah, that's
So they're trading dire emotions that help.
Yeah.
So, when you say refugee camp, do you mean like they're kind of wrangled up and forced to live there? Or
It's a settlement.
they've been uprooted from their home and this is where they're currently having to stay due to other problems with where they were previously?
You don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. With that history check of 13, yeah,
you don't know backstory.
you're familiar with the general concept of
Not
Kim's
that
Law.
one.
For yours. Sorry, I didn't hear your team.
Yes,
Yeah. It's not so much that they were forced to live there. It's more so out of the tiefling community just said, look, we don't want to.
We don't want to fuck with
We don't,
you.
yeah, we're just gonna go do our own stuff because
Okay.
yeah, there was a lot of
Bad blood.
bad blood between tieflings and some of the human population. But yeah,
Well, have our drinks returned?
yeah. After maybe about 10 minutes or so, you see Gavin come back up and he's got a big platter and he starts handing them out. And he's like, yeah, well, this is the dire ale. And now, if you're not from around these parts, which it doesn't look like most of you are, you may be. Are you from? Where are you from, laddie? As he points to Demetrius. Where are you from? You look like you're from around these parts. You like a ranger type? You like a?
The anime just like sure.
Not sure where I'm from.
Well, that's understandable. Well, for most of you, it looks like this might be a bit of a trip for you. So take it slow. Don't try and impress anyone. Okay?
Not a problem.
It's heavy shit. So.
Just wanted something to sip while I eat before
Yeah,
I
that's fine.
go to bed.
Yeah, and that food's coming up. I'm sending the boy out in just a second. He's going to have your food up. So yeah, once again, enjoy.
If you would like to ready that room though with the 4 beds,
Yeah,
we
okay,
will
yeah.
be taking it.
Okay, yeah, I can get some people. I can get some people up and move some beds around. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. Turns around and heads back down.
These people are sure cautious.
Well, it's a small town in the middle of nowhere. Only people they probably see other than the occasional travelers, bandits.
Lots of bands. It's best to stay on the edge.
It's probably a hideout for a lot of thieves too, if I was to guess. Seedy joint, So,
What's the plan?
yes, that's what I was going to ask. What's the plan?
Hunting
So
or escorting? We're trying to do some things around here.
Well, I mean, there's also like the rest of the town. We could go see
Yeah.
if anybody else needs anything, or
Still got all day tomorrow.
we could continue on to Benivitz because we need.
We need lots of things.
Well, Benivitz, we have like 3 meetings there. I think it was.
You just remember that's the last place that Simon is rumored to go,
Yeah.
and that's where.
And the king was.
Well, Lord Halbrook.
And Lord Albert.
Yeah.
The guy who left and then it became martial law back up over there,
Yeah.
right?
Do what?
The guy who left Fenrir's hold and then it up and became martial law after he left. And
More or less, and that you weren't sure as to the political
Yeah, no.
side of any of that.
just wanted
so,
to ask a
yeah.
question about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
we can see what leads we can follow here in Dire Marsh and then make our way to Benivitz.
Okay, well, I would in the morning like to maybe go and peruse the shops. I've never had this much money before in my life.
Oh, too bad. He's only ever been in that monastery.
Trying to go on a shopping spree.
I'm going to buy so many things for the cart. I think I can finish the horse. Oh, this is going to be great.
I think I can finish the horse. Take that out of context.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's good. Yes, well,
We're gonna add one in the check. There we go.
Natural 20.
natural 20.
Yeah, boy.
Alright.
So what all have y'all done in your adventures? I know you said you recently fell from the sky due to a mutual friend of the Smiling King.
I have no memory recall beforehand.
Like nothing. There's nothing.
I just came out this portal. Guy called me his grandson.
Do you know anything of
And where is that guy?
the world outside of the monastery?
Yeah, Rick just disappeared.
He did the brick thing.
Yeah, so.
Here, Morty, C114B.
C137B. So yeah, I have no recall of anything whatsoever. These folks, we barely got out of that mess hole I spawned out of. Pretty big nights. Yeah, not so fun times.
Well, if we're going to be traveling together, we should all get to know each other a little bit.
Mhm.
Feel as if you know me, you saw into my cot. I've lived there for years.
I have a lot of knickknacks in that car.
Oh man, I like to tinker. You can always make something better, but usually I can't. But man, do I try.
So that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Do you know much of the world outside of the monastery?
No, for the most part, you're kind of just left alone. Sigrun took me out, and I didn't really see many of the towns. He would kind of not let me go to the meetings. Apparently people are off-put by people that are on fire. It's weird. But I've been in many dungeons, many caves. There's monsters everywhere. The world's a scary place. It's what my part of the order does, is we seek out and kill evil.
Did Zarek explain how he was part of the Cedric Swords to you?
No, he just kind of handed me this bag and said, listen man, this shit is real shit, and I need to leave. And part of me understood what he meant.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
There, man.
I personally believe he'll go back and see Sigrun. He'll come back a different man entirely. Stronger. More focused. He's always been a bit of an ahead.
Well, let's say we may or may not have powerful rivals, and we may or may not have done away with a few important people.
When you say do away, do you mean like...
And claim the bounty.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Were they bad people at least?
That was
Yes, most of them were.
Most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice answer.
Poor Tristan.
Yeah.
Tristan.
Yeah.
No!
Sorry, Lauren. Sorry, Lauren. I'm sorry.
Lauren's got like real tears in chat. She was like,
But yes, it's, I would say...
Just remember the guy melting.
Those poor, those poor teenage boys that y'all liquefied.
Oh. So,
Speaking of teenage boys, your food's been brought up at this point, and you notice that there are several of those wood elves who are carrying beds up the stairs, and seem to be just kind of moving beds up there for y'all to use.
just... They're going to get a lot of money, it's fine. I just start eating.
Yeah.
And once I start eating, I stop speaking entirely.
And as y'all start sipping the dire ale, this is the worst drink you have ever tasted.
I knew it. I knew it was
Yeah.
gonna be fucking the cat team. And then
It's
Yeah.
it tastes like if you ever wondered what swamp water would taste like, that's what this is.
you know what this reminds?
Yeah.
The
How
Hateful
about-
Eight when he's like, did he wash his coffee with his feet?
That's essentially what's happening right now. This is the worst drink you've ever imbibed. I mean, you do feel even with a couple sips, you feel relaxed. You
I mean,
feel
it's doing
warm.
its job.
How's the biscuits look?
Biscuits are equally terrible.
God damn.
Knew it.
These are.
Is the butter-
There's only 3 things on the menu, so.
I mean, it's not a bad tasting biscuit, the presentation is awful. The steaks that are delivered are.
This whole place is shit, isn't it?
It's-
Is what I'm gathering right now is everything that we've gotten shit. At least tell me the butter was good.
It's butter.
It's not like rotted.
No, it's
Great. I'm going to slather it on my steak. I'm going to slather it on my.
Yeah.
That bitch up.
It's not a great array. It's definitely
It's like it real quick.
it's not quite 1 star. It's definitely a 2-star restaurant. That's just like
It's like what if McDonald's decided, hey, we're gonna do steak.
yeah, more or less.
Maybe our that other one like open that night, I guess. Really, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we kind of.
So a tab is like roughly what, like?
All told, it's 20 copper.
Oh man, 2 whole silver pieces.
I know. Yeah.
Shit.
And you're starting to garner that this is
This is
not.
a pretty poor town.
This is not a very wealthy town, and the mellow marsh that you're staying in right now.
Probably the shittiest tavern in town.
Well, it's not. It's the only.
Ah.
It's the only tavern,
That's
and
what all
that
people
and
are
that's why all the people are here, and that's why it's
Yeah.
open because it's the only one. And
That's what we have.
as you were drinking the dire ale, you start to understand people don't drink this to enjoy it; they drink it to forget their troubles.
They drink it to get drunk.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you finish your meals.
I'm here to have 2 cups of meat. I'm here to have 3 sips.
Yeah. Yeah. As you finish your meals, what would you like to do?
I believe I'm pretty fucking exhausted, in all brutal honesty. I'd like to go to bed and maybe do some shopping in the morning. And if you want, this is a DM question, is from our history roll of knowing where Ken Swamp is. Is that on the way to Benivets?
It's east.
East.
So yeah,
Well,
you'd have to head east.
I mean, I guess there's
through
still
the
that
Google.
road though on the east. That
Yeah, you can cut across. You do know that there is the eastward road, which heads through Kin Swamp, and it connects with the Undermountain Road, which heads northward. It's basically the road that connects Mesquitza to Benivets.
Okay.
We have basically a triangle of
Yeah.
yeah. So you
so we
can-
could technically take an escort.
It's not directly in the route, but it's like a little side.
It would be like it's
little
a side quest.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be an
it's
extra couple of days.
a side quest.
Yeah, it would add a
But
couple
it
days
would
to
also add a couple hundred gold
Yeah.
to the to the purse.
Yeah, you head up to your room. Is there anything you'd like to do before you head to sleep?
I'm going to spend 30 minutes
I'm,
with my blueprint.
Make an intelligence check, okay.
I am going to attempt to be a smart. That one. You said an intelligence?
Yeah.
12.
Cool. Yeah. So basically, how we're gonna do this? We said it was 10 days, right?
Yeah.
So go ahead and do like anywhere. Just
Or no, the blueprint was 5 days,
Yeah.
and then after the blueprint, it was another. It was 30. It was an hour per something.
Yeah. There's an hour per day for 5 days. So do 5 circles and tally 1 off. You've completed 1 day. What's up?
Nope. Check the chat.
That stopped.
Are you kidding me?
What happened? Is it going bad again?
It's not syncing with the
Oh yeah.
audio.
Player cameras.
So it's all off and looks weird.
This is a great episode, boys. This is a great episode.
No biggie, but it's.
How like is
Oh,
it like
there's
a
How bad
second?
is it, like, honestly?
Well, someone wants to pull it up and check it real quick.
Just keep on going.
Yeah, so you've completed 1 evening of your study. You all kind of, if anyone passes a glance, you see that Romand is doing some small sketches in a notebook or on a piece of parchment. Not quite sure exactly what he's working on, but he's working on something.
He knows what I'm working on.
You're working on something.
Can I, when we killed the dragon, I know you said I got 2 vials of, I think you said it was 2 vials of dragon blood and acidic goo. Is that what you said? Can I evaluate that?
Yeah. Just one second. I'm gonna. See, I don't know how to fix that necessarily.
Yeah, the two small cameras are a couple seconds ahead as far as audio. Audio's ahead.
That's so bizarre. Okay.
The main camera is centered.
Do you want
right on.
cake?
No, I'm okay, actually. Thank you, though.
They say it's okay.
Yeah.
We can really just continue.
Yeah, we
There's
might have
nothing-
to. we'll
I
probably-
apologize. There's nothing we can do about this technical difficulty.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research on that and figure out how to fix that for next week's episode. But, alas. So sorry, Malachi. What was your question?
Oh, I just wanted to evaluate the vials that I gathered from the dragon.
Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Yeah. 17.
17. And what are you hoping to garner from this? It's kind of make up what its intended use is, or
Yeah.
it could be. You do. With 17, you are able to figure out that this is poisonous, and it does have its potency. You're unfamiliar with this strain, as this is poisonous venom from a dragon, who until maybe hasn't been seen for the last 2 ages. So definitely about 3,000 years in between the last time a dragon has been seen and the now dragon venom that you hold in your hands. So, but you have seen similar venoms in different poisonous snakes and some spiders as well. But this does do a lot of damage to veins. Whenever it is injected into the vein, it essentially burns up that vein. And it burns it and basically boils the blood from the inside out. So your best guess is this could probably do a lot of damage. And I actually have a little stat sheet for it because I created it, but I don't have that on me right now. So I'll get that stat sheet to you. But it basically does poison. It does a big heaping, massive poison damage.
Nice.
When properly applied. It also does have a limited potency. As with most poisons, after a certain amount of time, it does wear thin. You'd have to run tests and you have to have like an actual, well, you do have your chemistry set, right?
Either
Yeah, your herbalism kit. Yeah, if you were to spend maybe about an hour doing different experiments with it, you could probably gather what the likely potency is for it, or the shelf life for it is. So if you'd like to do that, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a subsequent medicine check for me then, just for handling your herbalism kit check.
Okay. So what would this be?
Add your proficiency and your. Yeah, your wisdom. So basically, just add your medicine modifier,
Okay.
or your proficiency plus your wisdom.
So my wisdom modifier, right?
Yeah, plus your proficiency.
Okay. So yeah, that would be 15.
15? Yeah, that's the DC actually. So this is a shelf life of 2 weeks. So that's 10 days,
Okay,
and you've had it for. Well, there is a little bit of a timey-wimey thing where you're in an alternate dimension
The
for
time
relative to you. So it's been. I think it's been a week. I think it's been.
It's been like 4 or 5 days since we.
Because you were on the trail for 5 days. It was another day. It was 2 days. So it's been 6 days.
Yeah.
So you have 14 more days
Okay.
because weeks are
10
10
more.
days. So yeah, you have 14 more days until that basically loses its potency.
Damn it, son.
But yeah.
Week
Demetrius,
5
is there anything-
14 days.
Is there anything you'd like to do before you head to bed?
I totally just remembered that there's just a giant fucking gorilla following us everywhere.
You do have Harambe. Harambe is still walking alongside. You do have this gorilla with
For
you.
the viewers, my dick is out under the table for her.
Yeah. Dicks out for Demetrius's gorilla Harambe.
I'm playing patty cake
Yeah.
with Harambe.
With Harambe.
In the like me and Harambe we are best
Your body-
friends at
Make
this
an animal
point.
handling check.
I'm doing everything in my possible power. No, he's probably not going to be my friend. That's a 12.
12. Harambe has difficulty picking up on the rules of patty cake.
But are we at least hitting hands? Does he seem to be enjoying
Gets the
himself?
concept
He'll
of it.
he'll do it once, and then kind
He's
of
just
look for
kinda like-
Demetrius' approval, and just it's just
Tell him to be my friend.
We're good people.
I've never seen such a glorious creature before who wasn't trying to bash my head in with a rock. It's
Yet.
beautiful.
I'll walk over and show him how to do it.
make an animal handling check with advantage.
You're teaching him how to play patty cake.
Yeah. You get advantage on it.
Advantage, so you
Yeah.
don't roll twice.
Next thing you know, we're going to do the floss.
14.
14. I mean, you being your companion, you are able to convey patty cake, and Harambe now knows
Yes.
to play patty cake.
Have you taught him anything else?
No, I haven't yet.
You should teach him how to do cool things. You should have him throw rocks at people for us. I could make him something to throw at people for us.
Jesus.
Do it.
But now
As the string,
Oh,
if
man.
anyone, you watch this Gavin kind of like peeks his head in. Hello. I'm like, what the hell are you?
Sig
are you
really
playing-
like,
Are you all playing? All right, not gonna ask.
patty cake.
Can't speak.
Yeah, I can.
Patty cake.
You need to teach him how to talk. He's a gorilla.
He can
Get
learn.
him there.
He can learn. They made several movies about that.
Exactly. Then he's gonna fucking kill us.
yeah,
Caesar.
Yeah. Like Harambe.
Harambe, no!
Riding a horse.
No, he's on a fucking mammoth. Like,
Killing
he's a
little girls.
gorilla. Like, he's just riding an elephant into combat. He's
Yeah.
got like 2 glaives.
I was going to say the way across.
No,
Harambe
he's-
is gonna be
he
the
has got the
new
first
EG.
person who's got like full guns. Like, he's carrying just 2 blunderbusses.
Because you
Just-
made him for him.
2 ARs.
God, what have I done?
Anyway, Gavin looks at this ensemble of just weird people. Anyway, I'm going to bed for the night. If y'all need anything else, let me know. Do I like what do I call y'all? Are you incorporated or something?
You have a name.
Yes.
What is it?
Cedric Swords.
Cedric Swords. Wait a sec. No, you can't be. The fellas from Kosh.
Yeah, that's us.
Shit.
It was them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I wasn't
you were
there.
Yeah.
No, you guys.
You remember this.
He also wasn't there. They're new. They're new, but yes, the rest of us, the wizard there, yes, he was at Kosh. He was also at Kosh. I was at Kosh.
Wow, I'm honored. You guys are like, guys are really. I mean, you've made headlines.
Yeah.
Seriously, like. Now this is on the down low. I think he enters the room. Just kind of. I think the bloody king's heard about you.
Really? What have you heard?
Well, I mean,
Things I hope.
he's just impressed. He's just happy that someone's out there, you know, looking out for his people.
Yeah.
You know, not too many people. Oh, I mean, what are you? Well, I guess you're the heroes, right? I mean, that's what you're. Not so much. I mean, not to be honest, you don't really look like the hero type. I mean,
That's the key.
oh, I get it. You're in disguise.
Exactly.
I get it. That's
No
actually
one
really
ever
smart.
suspects the ragtag group to be the group of heroes.
Well, counterpoint. Every book I've ever read.
Counterpoint, all of them are fiction.
I don't have a counterpoint there. That's pretty good. I'm honoured. I'm really honoured that. I mean, you know what? The room is yours.
Really?
Look, I've got the bloody citric swords in my tavern, in my establishment. I mean, if I won't tell people. I won't tell
No,
people. I won't tell people.
Give it to
Do
my
you think it would
Nope.
Give it to
cause
my tip.
problems?
If I don't want any trouble for y'all. I don't want to start anything that you don't really need. If you're on, are you guys on a mission or something?
Give him the payment as a tip.
Well,
What's- Well, tip? What tip? No, you don't have to tip me. This is more than enough.
I'm like already in the corner, like I got a gold piece. I'm like,
No, well, listen. You
You're
guys
still
are
going to pay for the food?
Yeah, we still.
2 gold.
That's oh my god.
You're fine, sir.
Citric swords.
I hand him a gold piece, and
You
it
guys
says,
are
it
stop.
says from Cedric Swords.
You see, he doesn't. He sticks the 2 gold in a coin purse.
Yeah.
The other one, he just kind of. You see his large Coke bottle glasses.
You're a wonderful man.
Yeah.
Fan service.
You guys are welcome all the time, anytime. My door is always open. You can come downstairs. I can get more dye rail. Do you want more dye rail?
Well, we might have some more tomorrow. Right now, we're about to head to bed.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Don't want to feel ill in the morning. Too
No,
much ale
that's
tonight.
Cedric Swords. You guys are so smart. Anyway, it's been so nice. Yeah. I'll see you all in the morning. Okay.
See
Okay.
you in the
Bye.
morning, sir.
Bye, guys. I'm out.
Yeah.
What a fine fella.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Like so wholesome. Holiday season.
Out of curiosity, do you people ever have people who just blatantly lie to you?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, if at this point you're fairly known,
Right.
has it ever been that somebody's used that to...
Take advantage of us.
Yes.
That's sometimes been the case. Yes.
Okay. He seemed genuine.
Mm.
Just making sure.
I did that more because he handled it. Just lifted that guy, put him away.
Now that was
That
pretty
was
cool.
less trouble for us to kill.
True. Well, in the morning, I vote we hit the town up for supplies, maybe get some potions.
I need armor.
You need armor. Do you need anything? I believe I passed out Dragonborn friend who had 6 pints, I might add, of diet.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Actually
we took
had
one
a
drink and was
lot
like,
of
this shit is
diarrhea.
great. And
Yeah.
just kept going and we're all like, he finished all of ours. We had, our second
Yeah.
round was just regular
They're
ale.
ale. They said
What?
No doubt about it.
they're like ale, but they're more like
Yeah.
fucking stouts.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Stop it.
This is some heavy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you all find your way to, there are now several beds, and it is an open room, so there aren't any separate bedrooms, but they did actually bring up some kind of like dividers. So there are some dividers in between beds. So picking your bed, there are now 9 beds in the room.
God damn, I just said we needed 4, Jesus.
There are
Never did it.
yeah, well, there's still 6 of y'all.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Then it got it wrong way. Well, so maybe still.
He's probably going to push 2 beds together just to be able to sleep in comfort.
Yeah, but y'all make your way to bed and you fall asleep. For the first bit of comfort since for a while. You haven't
Before we
had-
went to bed,
Yeah.
is there any like chairs or anything?
Yeah, there are a few chairs.
I would have
Yeah.
jimmied the chair up under the
Instinctively.
door so
Yeah.
it can't be.
Do a full scan of the
Pushed
room
over.
before we fucking go to bed.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Roman has been traveling for a while.
Oops. 6.
6. What I mean, with all the beds in the room, I mean, you check under all the beds. There's really nothing under there. It seems like it's a pretty empty room.
Check like no one just like ran the clothes.
Yeah. You do actually check. There is one side table. You open the first side table, and there's a little book in there.
What's the book say?
Brochures.
It just says Krator on it.
Oh, it's
Of course.
As you kind of flip through it, it just says a few different, proverbs and sayings, all the wisdom of.
It's like it's the middle of the
Pesach
hall
and
and full of
Krator.
cocaine.
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yes. Jimmy,
It's a
the
Yeah, you
chaperone at the door.
fix it.
After
pretty
after that, I'll turn in for that.
easily. Okay.
I will ensure that it seems pretty stable.
It seems pretty stable. You've done this more than enough to figure out
Just
how
like
to
to
do
be
it.
safe.
But as you all fall to sleep, one of you has a bit of a strange dream. Morty. As you fall asleep, you sleep
You
for
did.
about- You did.
You fucking heart explodes. What happened? Morty, no!
You feel yourself pulled
Cancer.
in.
Cancer.
You feel this small tugging sensation in your stomach, and you feel yourself pulled downward deeper into the comfort of your bed, and suddenly the comfort doesn't feel so comfortable anymore. It feels a little bit stifling. Your breath gets short, and then all of a sudden, darkness. It's cold, and it feels familiar. You've definitely felt this before. This reminds you of being inside the black cloud that was the Smiling King. Whenever you were tossed out into the open meadow by the by the Friendly King's grove.
How's it cold? Is it like a small chill or is it like cold?
It's
cold.
There is sweat on your brow, and it is turning to icicles.
It's cold.
It's cold.
It is cold.
It's cold outside.
And you notice that you're not wearing any armor, and you look down at your fur-gold form, and you are.
I'm an elf.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, more to Just kidding. I'm sorry.
And like it's.
I know.
Elf.
Yeah.
This time, elf druid.
You look down at your. Are you half elf or just?
full?
Yeah, you look down at your elf body, and you notice that there's frost forming, and you see ahead of you. Go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
So you don't stealing all your RD coupons.
16?
No.
15?
16.
You see, Ronald Bertrand despises you for that. His coupons are for everyone.
His coupons are for everyone.
You see ahead of you what looks to be a cloaked figure. And the figure is maybe about 6 foot tall, fairly large. He's wearing a long purple robe, very similar to the one that you had seen in Finder's Hold on the two accompanying assailants who fought you with the Death Knight in Finder's Hold. The same one that Vladimir now wears.
How's that close?
And this figure doesn't seem to have a face. It's turned away from you, but even still, you can still see. Yeah, it's to the back, but you can still see about 3/4 of or about a quarter of the face as it's turned a little bit. And where the face should be is just shadow.
Shadow.
And you hear a voice. It doesn't seem to be projected over you. It actually seems through your field of vision. It sounds as though the voice is being projected maybe about 30 feet away in front of you, maybe over the figure. And you notice the figure responds to it, immediately looks up. It takes you a second to tune in to what the voice is saying, but all of a sudden you hear this familiar, dark, raspy voice. Libond, I have used you, and your worth
means everything to me. And now, I have another task. Find them and bring them to heal.
And then your vision seems to blur a little bit. Shifting from that, the purple cloaked figure seems to get smaller, seems to shrink. Seems to stay about 30 feet away. Do you move closer, or what do you do? The voice is now dissipated. You do hear a little bit of a wind, but it's this ethereal wind that chills you even deeper, chills your bones, chills your very soul, and you feel slightly terrified of the world around you, just this ambiguous void.
Am I able to breathe? How much? See the air behind there, or just I still feel like this tummy sensation?
You still feel that tugging sensation. You don't feel.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit of tightness in your chest, but you don't feel the need to breathe. It's this very strange sensation of. It's almost as though you are not here, and yet you are.
Just look around. This is just a figure only around me.
It's just the figure, and the figure now has shrunk to about 10 inches tall.
Is it still just a figure like almost like?
It seems to now have changed. It's no longer purple cloaked. It's too far away and it's too small to really get any detail.
Let's slowly advance.
Okay. As you get closer,
Just keeping still an ear out for any voice or anything. Slowly approach it.
okay.
Is it getting colder, or is it still just cold?
The temperature stays the same. Yeah. You do hear a little bit of the voice kind of pick back up. It's indiscernible, as it seems to be very far away, but you hear that same deep gravel.
Yeah, slowly managed to where the figure was. You said it was like 30 feet now?
Yeah. So you,
Yeah, I'm still that's like a couple 10 more.
okay. As you get closer, you see a small figurine. Your best guess is it's porcelain make. It has a small girl's face, hair that cascades maybe about shoulder length, wearing a summer's dress, a loose shawl. Your best guess is this is probably a small doll figurine.
Yeah, so like advance to still a dream, so I go ahead and just advance and try to examine more.
Yeah.
Try to, if anything it recalls a good memory.
Make a history check for me.
Show one.
Natural one. It evades you. The terror that is stolen and the chill that has stolen your form at the moment, your somewhat ethereal form. You're tripping out a little bit. You're not able to really discern what this doll figure is.
Yeah, that's a trip, man.
Yeah.
It's a trip.
It's that ale, man. It's that ale.
Yeah, just had to look too many sips of that ale.
Yeah.
That dies.
How far away from you are from the doll?
Oh, I like tried to pick up the like, that was like examining it, trying to.
You pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
Uh, 16 plus 4 is 20.
20. You do, all the same features. This is, as you look around, it is a doll. It looks like a fairly well-made, well-crafted doll. Your best guess is...
like thing, like a signature, like her artisan made it was whoever made the doll.
There is, actually, now that you mention it. On the left calf, left back calf, you see A-W. The initials A and W. And then directly underneath is just a small circle with a line drawn vertically from north to south pole. Other than that, there are no really discernible features other than the doll's face, finely crafted. As you set it back down, you hear whispers coming around you, and they seem to somewhat emanate from the doll, but you're not quite sure if it's from the doll or if it's just from all around you. There's this just cacophony of sound and noise that is filling the void.
Any voices in this realm.
Yeah, you're. And the strange thing is some of the voices aren't in common. What other languages do you know?
Druidic and Elven common.
You do hear some Elven picked up. No Druidic speak, but you do hear some other harsh guttural language. Being around some of the other people that you've been around, you recognize some of the language as Dwarven. You also recognize some of it as Goblinoid languages, different languages that are uncommon to you. Other more sinister, dark voices, thin, raspy, snake-like voices, and then all of a sudden, silence, and it is just you and the doll, alone.
What? This was supposed to trigger some memory, but I don't recall whatsoever this is. The fuck are you, stupid doll?
As you're,
Hell yeah.
as you're thinking these thoughts, you suddenly, the dream stops. You fall back into sleep.
Back to fucking bitches on the beach in Aruba.
Yeah. And the morning comes. The rest
Yeah,
of
it
you-
does.
The rest of you wake up, and yeah,
Your
you
dream
are
was
you're
great.
in the room.
I'm sure I got pissed.
So the morning comes. You are in your room. What would you like to do?
Well,
Get some quote unquote fresh air.
I,
Because we're in a fucking some
Yeah.
gross.
It's the freshest air around.
well, knowing that I looked at the menu last night,
Mhm.
and my choices for breakfast this morning are probably steak, biscuits, and salad. I'm going to go ahead and pass on breakfast here today.
Okay.
At least
Um,
establishment.
Don't want that swamp lettuce.
Nah, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Arrow name.
So, as everyone wakes up, I imagine today, because I don't think we plan on leaving today, right? We'll probably spend this whole day in the city. So I figure Vladimir will be taking today to scribe his other scroll, his other book,
That's probably a good use of
into what?
his time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd probably
Because he had like 2 more spells to do, right?
Yeah. He had, oh shoot, I forgot what
He already had.
He has it written down.
He has it written down. So when he gets back, we can tell him, hey,
You did
You
that.
did that.
You got it.
congratulations.
Yeah. Real quick, make a perception check for me.
I know I still passed out. Dragonborn friend was saying something about wanting a shield. So, I mean, if we're gonna go shopping, we should probably get him a shield. I need materials. I can also do it if there's anybody here who has cool magic things. I'd like to get one. You needed armor, correct?
Yes.
You?
General supplies.
Supplies?
General supplies.
We should get
a little bit of everything.
some. Oh, we definitely need food rations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling supplies,
Camping
food
supplies.
rations.
I have a whole cart. Like we can carry stuff. I can.
We have the inventory.
I'm not going to get rid of anything. That's a lie. I will put it all in this little bag though, because all of the things I make are very small. And I'll just have a bag of useless
Just a bag of useless
shit.
It's like a kid who takes just like 2 sticks and like ties them together. Like I made this. And it's just
Exactly.
like in a pouch.
And then as he got older, it was like he was taking apart the fucking TV remote and putting its guts in the DVD remote, and it's like, look,
Cool.
I made a different remote.
I did it.
Like,
My mom's like, why did you do that?
I hate you.
How did you? You're
I
buying
should have
your
gotten an
own-
abortion. This
That's
just got real.
that's Roman's. That's Roman's parents. We're gonna introduce
Roman
Roman's
guy.
parents and.
Roman got parental issues.
Mom's just like fucking just methed out. Sarah Jessica Parker.
As you all wake up, Morty, you know something that wasn't there before, the night before.
Interesting.
You notice a small doll perched on a nearby shelf.
Was it peripheral or just straight up just I saw it?
It's not. I mean,
When I glanced at it, like when I first.
yeah. As you wake up, it's not directly in front of you. It's kind of off to the side, but it's not difficult to see.
I look at the left back cap.
You see a little A and a W
See what you've done.
Small circle.
Bastard.
and a line going from north to south. It appears to be the same doll from your dream. Yeah.
You're a crafty bastard. Everybody who was attached to that doll is gone from this group, and I was like, thank you, Jesus, we're finally free of it. And then now, it's back.
It's back.
I hate this damned doll.
It's back, boys. It's back. I'm bringing it back.
Got it. We paint online and wait for the guys to come down. Are y'all down? Everybody's down from the whoever needs to be.
So sorry, yeah, the doll is still back up in the room. So
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the room?
yeah, it's up in the room.
Oh shit.
It's and the way it was perched, it looks as though it's just kind of its eye line was towards your bed. So if you want, yeah, no one else really seems to pay it mind. As there are other like knickknacks and things like that. There's a couple different picture frames and some small candles and several books that are just kind of along. But it looks like it could fit in the room. It sticks out to you as common.
Hey guys, was this here before the night before? This particular.
Oh, I don't know. I don't look up often.
The two of you, you make a history check for me real quick with advantage.
And like, oh, we're pulling out the other dice.
Uh-oh.
She's
She's
got
got that
Okay.
rule.
History. Oh, that's 19.
I think, yeah. Both of you immediately recognize this as the same doll who Lorne had picked up all those months ago, or at least similar make, if not the same exact doll. It looks like an exact replica. And for those viewers who do not know, many months ago, the same week that Citric Swords was formed, they staged an incursion on a man named Percy Acklepon's manor. Percy was a bit of an asshole, and Percy's cloak, which was the same cloak, which is the same purple make, is now worn by Vladimir, our resident drow wizard. Lorne had gone to his bedroom to profane it in several different ways.
No, we're just getting it straight. He's gonna masturbate on his bed.
Yeah, Lorne masturbated on his bed.
But found the doll and decided I'm gonna masturbate on the doll instead because I mean it's his sex doll. Why not make it my sex doll too?
Deplatform.
Little did he know.
Deplatformed.
Yeah.
Banned.
You're banned. We're banned on
Stream's
Twitch.
done.
Sorry. Stream's cut.
No. I would like to tell this from a player's point of view. When we were staging this incursion, because I staged this incursion.
Yeah.
When Zarek staged this incursion, there was nothing about this that was we're being good guys. I had no intention at the start of this campaign of being necessarily a good guy. We just happened to break into the wrong house. I didn't even break in. I found the key. I found the key with a natural 20 investigation check on a dude's couch.
Yeah.
This is dumb luck. And we go in the dude's basement, and when we get upstairs, the dude fucking turns into a demon. And well, we just happened to pick the wrong house to rob, and now we're roped into this fucking story.
That's what happens.
So there you go.
So more or less, Lorne was then chosen by this doll, which acts as basically a two-way radio. And the doll followed them around, followed the party around, followed Lorne specifically, and this is the.
We left on a ship and left it on land.
Yeah.
And it appeared on the ship.
Yeah.
And then we left it on a different island. I think we left it on the ship when the ship went down.
I'm pretty sure it's still on the ship to the best of your knowledge.
Should be.
Or at least that's the last place that it was seen, which was again maybe about 2 weeks ago at this point.
No, in game it would have been. It was 2 weeks for us.
Or actually, yeah, it would have been.
In game it would have been about a month and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't we have like
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Don't we have like a ship fund or like some
Yeah, I got 3. According to Zarek's,
Warwick Tread has a lot of money.
a lot
for
of money
y'all.
from us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Back in Kosh.
because we gave him so
I
much.
think about 25,000 worth in gold and jewels.
Yeah,
Yeah, just about. But anyway, we digress.
so much fucking money.
This is a very similar looking, pretty much identical to the both of y'all, and Vladimir as well. Badger too, but Badger is currently passed out, drunk, nursing a hangover. You recognize this as the same
Some milk.
doll that had followed Lorne from Calhaven to Kosh and back.
You have any idea what this is?
It's the cursed object. We're being followed.
Great.
Oh, is my face sense tingling?
Oddly enough.
Well,
it's not.
because it's for anything from the Smiling King.
Yeah, because he's hungry.
'Cause I'm hunting him.
No.
I would know if this was connected anyway.
This
Okay.
is this
It's
one.
not
This one
connected
does not.
directly to him.
This one does not have any fey presence around it, and it doesn't seem to tingle your spidey sense
My
for the
spidey
Smiling
my-
King. Yeah.
My hunty sense. My fire sense is tingling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the doll's creepy and all.
But
But-
you should do.
We have stuff to do today. Leave it here.
I'm going to pick it up.
Huh?
I'm going to pick it up.
Cool. Well, we're all in agreement then, and I'll pull the door back, or pull
Put
the
the chair back.
chair back, reset it up, head downstairs.
All right. So it's still morning. So we'll go ahead and say, for expediency's sake, you have eaten breakfast for the morning, and so what would y'all like to be doing for the day? No, y'all are. It's supply gathering day.
So walking right out of the inn, it's the
You see.
flea market of shit.
Well, so directly in front, as you leave the front door of the Mellow Marsh, you see a street that runs west to east, and it, you can see it extends. If you go further back off to like one of the side streets and head back the way you came, that will head back to the market. Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to, well, looking around, does it look like there's any, using my fancy tinkering, does it look like there's any knick-knack shops?
In the market itself,
Yes.
it's almost exclusively
Oh yes,
snacks.
give me the knick-knacks.
So yeah, if you'd like to spend, go ahead and make an investigation check. And how long are you spending shopping here?
So I don't, where, you guys are going to like the store, right?
Yeah, I need a storefront.
Store.
When you
Right.
say knickknacks, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So
That's another thing,
anything
so
from small figurines, different components to be used for
Crafting,
For
alchemy.
yeah, small different medicinal herbs, different stones.
Picture a
different
farmer's market.
gemstones.
I'm
It's
gonna go through.
I'm like,
I
it's
like
a
the-
farmer's
I like the
market.
knickknacks. Yeah, it's a lot of different odds and ends. You see different bones. You said plenty of different small skulls, finger bones, toe bones, very small.
So
thigh
I'm looking
bones and
for
mice.
specifically
Yeah.
volcanic ash.
Okay.
I would like some form of a crystal, like that is related to healing. Not like
So you come across
Like,
as you're walking around. You do go ahead and roll an investigation check for me real quick. And I guess Malachi, if you're with him as well, you can go ahead and roll a separate investigation check for whatever you need to roll.
what the 16?
16. As you're walking around, you come across and what'd you roll?
11.
11. Okay. So, like I said, this market, the Meat End Market, is a shanty town. You could easily get lost in.
Oh,
this
we're
thing.
sticking close. I
Yeah,
will not let
I'm
him.
walking with them.
Yeah, it's-
I'm not scoping anything, but I'm just walking with them.
Yeah, imagine if you will that episode of that
Comments.
yeah, imagine that episode of Community where they made the pillow fort.
Oh fuck yes, I'm down.
Yes.
That's exactly
Here,
what this is.
here for this man.
There are sheets covering. You see, sometimes you have to get into an actual stall. You have to pull
Like
aside,
pull.
and it's maybe about like a 7x7
Big as
square of line top
Just
to bottom.
stuff.
It is stuff. So you do come across you get this hint of kind of sulfuric scent that kind of catches your nose, and
That's what I'm looking for.
yeah, it's something similar. So you go to this
Definitely
little
smells like your
corner, and this looks like this stall that you're approaching looks. It's essentially a large, almost like a Wells Fargo wagon type cart that has been
Nice.
upturned. The wheels are still on, and they're maybe about 8 feet up in the air, and the door is open, and there are some small tables set in front of it, very haphazardly stacked on top of each other, and there is a curtain that is drawn around the entirety of it, except for a small little slit in front where a very small halfling man who is incredibly elderly is sitting there in the smallest little rocking chair, and he's just picking away at a little banjo.
That's it great.
It's not. It's endearing. It sounds
I'm
like
just gonna roll a performance check and like
Actually-
3 and be like, no, it's
So he's
awful.
playing
It
it
is.
down to Georgia.
it is legitimately. I rolled a 3.
It is bad.
It's The Devil Went Down to Georgia, if played by Michael C. Hall.
Love it.
Um,
What if Post Malone did this?
I was playing, no,
Yeah.
just playing Ogie from the Stogie.
I'm ready to be into a hit. Girl, let's go there.
but the scent is kind of wafting out from this this
So
fire trap
nice.
of a stall, and he kind of looks at.
Hey, how you boys doing? Y'all
Oh,
looking for some goods?
I smell. It smells like ash. Volcanic ash.
Yeah, we got lots of that kind of stuff in here.
Well, I
What you
need.
need?
I need like.
I picture this as like you know when you go to a small town and there's a guy who sells metal.
Yeah.
This is the guy who buys the metal.
This is the dude who's like got the fruit stand in your small hometown.
Yeah, I think it's a guy who
Um,
buys metal.
Well, I need like probably. I'd say like 100 gold worth.
Ah, come on in, Sonny. I got some stuff for you. What kind of powder you looking for?
It's just volcanic ash, so.
Volcanic gas. I
This
got
guy,
some.
I get the feeling this guy's just high as a fucking kite. Does
Make
it
it-
smell like tonfa?
Make an insight check for me.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm not gonna get any shit on him. It's a fucking nat 1, so that's a 7.
The rest of you do smell Tuntha, and you recognize Tuntha as you, of course.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It's like,
yeah.
it's like a coyote shit.
It's yeah.
basically the all. It's kind of the coverall.
Imagine if
drug.
marijuana was just laced with mushrooms.
Peyotes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you eat it, it's cocaine. So
Oh shit. God damn.
So listen,
Like, you
I've got this kind of ash.
And he points to just like a tub of white ash, which
I've got this over here.
and it's a little bit more of a red. It looks like it's rust colored.
I'm looking for a darker, more black,
What I could do?
like obsidian
Yeah.
color.
I
I love this old man.
And he
I'll
has to.
protect him with my life.
So you watch as, and he stands at about maybe 3 feet tall.
Oh, he's so fucking adorable.
And he has these thick tufts of white hair that don't really. It's like you have a tuft here, a tuft here.
I'm
and a
picturing
tuft
right
here.
now, what if Willie Nelson and Albert Einstein had a child that was 3 foot tall and high as
That's
fuck?
yeah.
Holy shit.
And as you step through
Seems like
the portal of the curtain, which the curtain itself smells very heavily of incense and just this concoction of it's sickeningly sweet as well. It's like frankincense. As you step through that red curtain, the entirety of the little 10 by 10 square that you're in is not only dotted top to bottom with knickknacks and bottles and little vials of like pickled frog's eye. There are also many ladders and staircases that kind of spiral around everything. This looks like if you took like a gigantic library with different all those all the railing that once you get into the, it's that, but shrunk down into a 10 by 10 cube of just sheer mess. And after about 10 minutes, you are able to find some volcanic ash.
Now, about how much did you say you were wanting there, my little fella?
Well, it takes me roughly 5 gold to make one of my balls from the volcanic ash. So I was gonna
Make
do.
a volcano balls?
It's really weird, so don't worry. Let's say 50 gold worth. 50 gold.
I've got this little vial right here. That's probably 25.
25 gold will work.
I'm sorry, I can get
It's-
some. I can requisite. I know some people if you want some more.
It's fine, sir.
Get some for
I
you.
can procure it easily myself because I can burn a lot of things, but
Well, I burn a lot of things too.
I appreciate you, sir.
God,
Fucking love this man. I burn a lot of things too,
Now
sir.
listen, that's 25 gold. What does he need?
There you go, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And he just kind of, as he sets it in, he like literally pulls his shirt back. As he sets it in,
It just falls out the
it just
bottom.
falls out, and you see gold coins just ding, 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 spill out. And you notice that there are now like several copper coins and silver coins that are just kind of littering the area. This place is a choking hazard. Do not bring your small children into this little booth.
Do you have anything peculiar?
Peculiar, you say? Now, what kind of peculiar? Because I've got this.
And he turns and he pulls out
I
what
hope you
looks
say a
like
fetus in a fucking show or something. I'm gonna be like, no, sir. This was too weird.
you do notice that. Go ahead. Is everyone in this little
I got
shack?
2 hearts. I got 2 hearts along in this.
I got 2 hearts tied together with a penis. Do you want that? I'd just be like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Everyone go ahead and roll a perception, or go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll a perception or investigation check, whichever one you want, to see the different oddities at this old
19.
19, okay.
19.
20.
20,
a 7.
7. You are
It's
like focused on this strange halfling man, so you don't quite perceive everything else that's around you except for what he brings in front of you, which we'll get to in a second. But for the 19s, you actually do notice on one shelf are various pickled things. You do see a pickled, what you assume to be a frog's eye, a very wide black slit followed by a green iris, and then even a lighter green fluid swirling around it.
Like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, when he sees that all the heads is like.
That's a little bit like that. You see various pickled fingers and several pickled claws. Actually, yeah, I think you would recognize these just because they're actually not too. You see some very small kobold feet being pickled, and kobolds aren't too unfamiliar, or you're not too unfamiliar with kobolds. You definitely know that they're in the mountains, but you are actually currently underneath a mountain, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that if you were to go into those mountains, you may or may not find kobold. But this is a little bit of a history lesson for everyone, and with a 20, you see several small just sets of dice. You do also notice that one particular set seems to be made of flesh. You're not quite sure what it is, but just imagine a die, but with a small skin around it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you have to mention that to me.
Very strange. Now, the halfling man, as you have asked, if you have, do you have?
Oh
any-
yes, bring me the weird shit.
He brings out what looks to be almost like almost like a femur and a what's the other bone that's right by it?
Tibia.
Yeah. So he has these two bones, and then on top of it is a rat's head, and he starts kind of. And you see the rat's mouth begins flapping.
I made a rat puppet. This is probably my favorite thing that I've made.
But it's great, sir.
Do you want it?
No, it's yours. It's your favorite thing.
Well, I got more than that.
And he kind of peels back the curtain to reveal the actual inner. Because right now you're not actually inside that Wells Fargo wagon. He pulls it back to see the rest of the wagon is full of these strangest looking puppets. It's the Muppets if they were from hell. You see various woodland creatures and beasts affixed to different poles, and it's a little bit sinister. It makes you a little bit sick to your stomach.
But on one hand, he just has an instant idea the moment he sees it. He's like, have you ever thought of using constructs to make all of the puppets like they put on a show?
What? That's a good idea. I could sell you the puppets and you could put on a little show right here in the meat end market.
Well,
We can
no.
partner up. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It was just an
idea.
Oh, Lord.
What's your name, fella?
Sigrund.
Nice to meet you, Sigrid.
I have a fear of touching people.
That's okay.
And he goes back to making the rat puppet.
You're
Yeah, I have my volcanic ash. I thank you, sir.
No,
You have a
thank you.
great day.
Now, do
Kicking
any of you
the hell away
fellas
from this man.
want a little puppet?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I'll see you fellas later.
And he sets the puppet down. He picks up his banjo, and he's just kind of sitting there now.
At least he's balling it up. Like, I love this old man.
So,
Uh,
what are the rest of you doing?
I was gonna look for small herbs or anything that could.
you're looking for an herb gatherer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do find there are several. You actually see that there are several half orc. It's like a small. You come across. You kind of go through a little bit of a winding path in the Median Market to where you get to this seeming cul-de-sac. How you end up in a cul-de-sac is very strange, but there's this half moon of stalls that have seemingly every herb you could hope to gather. And they seem to be run by a bunch of half orcs at the moment. Who's that?
My God. We're gonna take a break right there, just real quick.
We had perfect timing.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, give us like 5 minutes.
Cool. Well, thank you. We'll be back. I'm gonna catch Eric up with
Yeah,
what
well,
just happened.
Dad boy.
We're gonna go chat over there, sir. There's some dice
Here you go, sir. Here you go.
and a thing.
Oh, thank you.
That was beautiful.
He's going to catch you up to speed.
Excellent.
We're gonna go to a thing.
I'm
This
going
has
to
been a
be first, of
glorious
course.
time, everyone. I love this session.
Man.
We can run a little late tonight.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Just because we're
Double that.
kind of bobbing right now. And are you okay? Are you awake?
Good.
Good.
Well. I hope our streaming issue is not too bad. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe is it because OBS is it still running at the 32 gig or the 32 bit?
No,
No,
should be 64.
it's really strange. I don't know why that is. Yeah, I've been wanting to get the doll back into play for a while. I was like, cool, I have a new person who I can throw under the bus and do that to. Ugh.
Yes. How is it tonight?
So you just missed another really good NPC.
Nice.
The halfling proprietor of the upside down Wells Fargo wagon shop of curiosities.
Oh.
This little halfling man
Uh-huh.
who was playing a banjo.
See, I feel like this.
Oh.
And
That's special.
the party found a lot of different oddities. It's basically like, imagine a very large library with all of the like a multi-tiered library, and you know how you have those ladders that get you up to the top shelves and everything.
Mhm.
Imagine that shrunk down to a 10 by 10 square.
And then imagine if Albert Einstein and Willie Nelson had a child that only grew to 3 foot tall and smoked so much weed.
Fuck yeah, just on that board. You mean me?
No, it's a.
Yeah.
I thought it.
And so the party found a
I thought
lot of
it was
different
the-
pickled body parts.
I thought it
They
was
had pickled frog's eye, some pickled kobold feet, and
Pickled penis.
there's probably some pickled penises.
Amen.
Yeah, I thought it
And
was
so Roman asked the man if there were any special things that he had, and he pulled out this bone-operated rat puppet. So it's literally the head of a rat stuck onto 2 bones, and he was operating it. And I don't know, man. Just for fun. That's what he does. He gets real high and makes Jim
He
Henson
whittles.
puppets from hell.
Amen.
So he's an interesting fellow.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, good. I'm glad to hear it. Are
Yeah.
we in a dorm?
Dire Marsh.
Oh.
Dire Marsh. Let me catch you up with what has happened since. They've only so last night everyone got in. They went to the Mellow Marsh, talked with
Marshmallow again?
That's why I called it that. The Mellow Marsh, because they're in a swampland. The pillows are soft as marshmallows, so it's the Mellow Marsh.
Excellent.
Gavin, the proprietor, is like this jacked dude
Yeah.
with like patchy ginger hair, and he has Coke bottle glasses.
Nice.
So he's an interesting fellow.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the party was just talking, and then they had gone to sleep for the night. It's been a roleplay heavy episode. We haven't really done anything
No.
other than, but like I love that because everyone, Roman's getting into the party.
Right.
Morty had a dream.
Just threw up everywhere.
Morty had a dream where he heard the Smiling King.
Of equal rights.
Not quite. It's Morty, not Martin.
Ah.
So different people. But he also saw a figure wearing a purple cloak,
Mhm.
the exact same cloak that Percy wore, the cloak that you now wear. But it wasn't you; it was a different person.
Oh.
And then that figure shrunk down.
Multiple cloaks of those, anyways.
Do
Do
I?
I already see someone wearing a cloak?
Yeah. Those were the two people who were with the Death Knight and Figure Soul to attack y'all. And then the figure shrunk down to the size of a doll.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, and guess who picked it up?
Who?
Morty. Morty picked it up in his dream. He woke up to see a doll.
Oh.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah.
So the doll is this smiley boy? We can assume. We can guess.
Not. If you'd like to assume that, sure.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to.
I will either confirm or deny. But yeah, at the moment, everyone's just in the meat end market, shopping around, trying to prepare. The party had gotten the tip on several escort missions to Kin Swamp, which is the tiefling establishment, which is sort of like a refugee camp.
Mm-hmm.
King Lars down in Valley had enacted policies to basically open the borders to other people. And so tieflings would come in. They were like, actually, everyone hates us. We're gonna go form our own town, and that was Kin Swamp. But trade to and from is difficult, as Kin Swamp is about a 2-day trek into the marsh east of Dire Marsh. So it's pretty dangerous. So the party was thinking that potentially that might be a good way, because they could head east and then connect, and then head north to Ben Ivetz to follow the lead of Simon. So
Quick cue at the town.
yeah.
Could I find magical days?
So right now you are in the meat end market, which is right here where the it's basically this entire square, that entire plaza. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me, quick.
Cool. Well, can I just detect magic?
You can as well. Yeah.
It's a 9 for investigation.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and ritual cast detect magic.
Make a stealth check for me, actually.
Why is magic not allowed in this town?
Or sleight of hand. Magic is allowed. You actually do notice that there are.
Tongues aren't?
Yeah, Jack in public. That is not allowed.
It don't matter because it's a 16.
16. You are able to kind of find a corner and very discreetly ritual cast. But you do, point of order. You do notice that instead of lanterns, the streets of which everything is covered in snow at the moment because it is getting into winter time. There are like globules of light that are acting as the sources of light. So there is magic in the town. But what's the range on detect magic? 30 feet or 60 feet?
Probably 60.
I think it is 60. You do detect a few blips of of magic. Different schools, conjuration, evocation, different things. Fairly small, and they're kind of all around you. You detect maybe about a dozen and a half small odds and ends. Yeah. So if you were to go into some of the local shops that you're in, because everything, the best way to imagine the meat and market is it's basically a shanty town. Imagine that the sort of community where they made the Pillow Fort. It's that, but you know you could actually walk through it. Everything's pretty close cornered. Yeah. If someone were to like make a list of all the different stalls that are in this place, there's probably roughly about 200 stalls in maybe about and imagine the square. Yeah. So imagine like your local town square,
Right.
and then fill that up to the brim with just so many little small shops. Yeah.
Alright.
So
Good thing I'm fucking loaded.
yeah.
So. Cool.
Yeah, you can make your way into a shop if you want.
I'll go towards the magic stuff.
The nearest magical item that was detected from you is about 15 feet off to your left. So as you head to your left, down this small little alleyway of small carts and small stands, you come across a... how's the best way to imagine this? It looks as though the door, the entryway, is just like a sheer sheet metal that you're walking alongside, and then the door is maybe about 3.5 feet tall by about 2 feet wide. So it is a small door. Hello. Yeah.
Spare you. That juice in there is all juice that.
Is it still the white girl wasted? Is it the white girl wasted still?
No, well, it's mostly something that I got from Justin.
Okay. Yeah. So as you kind of peek your head in, everything else behind it looks like it expands quite a bit. So if you'd like to kind of shimmy your way through, you can.
Show my way in.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Hello. Shopkeep. Oh fuck. 6.
Yeah, you're very noticeable in your discomfort and a slight inability to actually enter. And then you see some of the proprietors and some of the people inside, primarily halfling. And they all kind of turn and look at you. Who's this buff-ass drow who just walked into their shop? You have to you still have to bend your head a little bit.
I'm like 6.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, you're a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
But there are about it opens up to a room that's maybe about 20 by 20 feet. It's still pretty stocked to the brim with a lot of things. It also features a fairly small tavern, and you see some halfling-sized tables. There is one table kind of in the back.
So it's like a kindergarten
It's
classroom.
basically a kindergarten classroom.
Fuck yeah.
You see around the table are 4 halflings who kind of look up to you, and you see that they're actually playing a card game at the moment. You see one of them has their glasses down and just looks up at you.
Yeah, what you got? What's your name? Yeah, oh shit, you're a big fella, ain't you?
Yeah, I know.
What you looking for? You looking for I got some clothes over there. They're not probably gonna fit you.
And you look around and you see this establishment is primarily a clothing establishment. Different garb for halflings, different dresses. You do see maybe a handful of items for humans, but they don't tend to be shirts or pants or anything.
It's broad-shouldered.
It's more hats, scarves, things like that, different mittens.
Do I still see where the magic thing is?
You do still see, it looks like it is a pair of gloves that are fairly small. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm looking for your highbrow items.
Is that code for something? I don't.
Perhaps.
What's it?
I'm gonna look around like,
These gloves look quite intriguing.
Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah. Yep.
can I do would it be a history check? Or
So with detect magic, you would know what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, what's
but you would have to spend time to identify it.
1 second. 1 second.
So like you would know if it's conjuration or enhancement or.
Yeah.
It is an enchantment. Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna stare at it and be like, what is it?
What is it?
What is it?
One moment.
Can I use my one more press thing?
It is hands of velveteen.
Yeah.
Causes target to
Big
instantly
fat
come
case,
for
so-
1d4 rounds.
Interesting.
They're gloves of satin.
I saved 25%. Nice.
Upon touching a peen, they make it explode.
Okay.
Damn it.
It comes.
Yes.
So, those gloves, and you see that they are actually like white silk. These are very slender, very
I go,
Sequence.
very not quite sequenced, but
do they go up to my elbows?
no, they just go right past the
Yeah,
wrist.
but-
And actually for you, they come up, if you were to try them on, they come up a little bit on your palm, so you kind of
My
have
hands
to
just like this.
Kind of like
A
golfer,
little
kinda like golfer
bit.
gloves.
a little bit.
Aha.
And
Perfect.
as you wear them, suddenly they kind of
Excellent.
As all magic items should.
expand a
Um,
little bit.
would I know what school? You said it was
That one,
enchantment.
enchantment. Yeah,
Oh.
Enchantment.
it is an enchanted item.
What does it do?
Oh, that one out there. Oh shit, I got the card here somewhere. Billy, it turns to this other kind of auburn scruffed hair that just kind of goes around in like a cone around his head, and it kind of comes to this small little. Oh shit, that one right there. Well, let me go to the back. Just wait a second, bud. Just wait a second. It turns to the back.
sir.
Well, it passes. Everyone just kind of like all the halflings are staring at you, and they seem very inconvenienced at the moment that you're interrupting their card game. And the one who is speaking to you first is just, yeah, we don't get too many of your kind over here. You dark boy.
Excuse me, sir?
Sorry, no, drow.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't get too many of your kind over here.
Oh.
I thought this was a Twitch stream.
Bang.
So, how long you in town, boy?
I'm just going with the wind, you know. Fucking around, see what's up. You know.
He turns to one of his friends and just kind of.
What did you whisper about, boy? I mean, sir.
Word of advice: keep your nose clean in this town. There's a lot of people who know a lot of things, and they can do a lot of shit.
Hey, my cousin has done plenty of coke and he's fine.
What? No, it's not what I'm. Billy, you got that card yet? Oh yeah, I got it.
Good.
This right here, this right here, it's a special glove. And if you wear this glove, now you
You
gotta,
can make the love.
you wear this glove, you can make the love.
Amen. I'll take him.
Sold!
So, boy, yee! It is.
Sounds good.
Better. If you wear this item, all attuned, climbing and swimming do not cost you extra movement, and you gain a +5 bonus to any strength checks made to climb or swim.
I'm gonna fucking take those.
I want those.
Because my strength is 5.
The
So that'd almost balance it out.
Yeah, that, so listen, boy, them gloves, those ain't cheap, mind you. Those are probably our highest end.
How much, boy?
It's gonna cost you 1,500 gold. That's a lot of dough right there, boy.
I'm going to persuade him to drop the price.
How are you gonna
What
persuade
are
him?
you gonna say? Yeah.
How you gonna
Actually,
persuade him?
you know what you should do?
Huh.
You should roll first. No, I like the way you did this. You should roll first, and then based off what you roll, that should dictate
Go for it.
what you say to him.
Make a persuasion check.
Deal.
You're gonna say some dumb shit. I want you to give me the dumbest fucking thing you
Let's
can think
let's
of.
hear the roll first. Is it?
Yeah, 1,500's fine, but how about free? You know what I mean?
Well, hold on. Let me just confer with my associate. Billy, come here. Fucking asshole.
Stop laughing! I'm serious!
Now listen, buddy. Now come on. It's 1,500 gold. That's a high-end price right there. You ain't gonna get nothing like that in the median district.
You
So,
know what, buddy?
Now listen. It's okay. I understand if this
You
is
should
probably.
have the money.
I do, but
I understand if you're not familiar with the ways of. I mean, being as you are, you might not be familiar with some of the larger towns. Now that's okay.
This is so racist.
But here,
I feel like we're in To Kill a Mockingbird right now. It's just now listen here, boy.
Around these parts.
now listen, this is a fairly good price for these here gloves.
how many little boys are in this room?
You see
Fucking hate you.
You see, four halfling men who. See, one of them, the guy Billy, is standing in front of. He's about 4'3" or so. So he's the tallest of the group, and he's standing in front of you, and he's holding this little piece of parchment that has all the information about the gloves on it, including that price tag. All the other three are sitting down there.
I understand.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good price right there. You probably wouldn't find that price anywhere else. That's just from one traveler to another.
Listen, sir. Are you familiar with Death Knights?
I've read some books about them. I mean, they're horror stories to.
Well, then you should know that some Death Knight blood is one of the most rare and expensive items one could acquire.
Make a
I mean, I don't know if that's a persuasion or a deception.
persuasion check.
Make a perception.
Claiming it.
10.
Copyright that term, right? Perception.
One of you
I mean, it's rare blood is rare blood, but I mean,
Tell you
I
what,
make shoes.
I haven't had myself.
We're not going
I'm
so far,
I'm
anyways.
more of a haberdasher myself. I don't deal in that kind of stuff.
You don't know the properties of this here blood, now do you?
Well, I think you know the properties of that there blood, buddy.
I do. Let
Well,
me tell you.
tell me the properties. Go
I'll
for it.
tell you.
That sells
Go.
me to
Oh.
Let's go for it.
First, let me ask, sir, do you happen to have a lady?
So
I love
dress
this.
up a few-
I love this already.
I felt
This is amazing. Real quick. We have left the bullshit. We've browsed the flea market.
Yeah.
It is trash.
Yeah.
We met the one golden person here, and I'm happy that I
The
met
Wells
him.
Fargo's guy. Really crazy.
But we do, in fact, need like actual goods and
Yeah.
stuff. So we would be adventuring out into.
Yes.
And God, I want to walk in while this is happening.
Well, this is currently in the meat end market as well.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
What, is it in a shop or is
It's
it?
in a shop.
Okay, which
This wouldn't be happening while I'm still browsing. basically.
This is Vladimir has found himself.
I basically just slipped away.
He has gone off, and it is a maze. So if you'd like to try and find him,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna take the better part of the next hour or two
well,
to find him. So if
Roman,
you'd like to, yeah.
Roman would like to go find a preferably someone who deals in more arcane items.
Go ahead and make. With the same investigation check that you made earlier for the meter market, it does take you maybe another hour, but you are able to find some small, and we'll get to that scene in a second.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yes, I do have, in fact, a wife. Is
You
that?
do?
That's, well, she helps make some of these clothes.
Interesting. Come here.
I'm not getting up.
I'm-
Billy, close the door. You
This
watch
is
as Billy.
choice information, I'm telling you, okay?
You watch as Billy kind of circles around you and closes the door.
Listen. This here does not blood. It's special. And I think I know you know what I'm talking about.
Well, no, I don't. You haven't said anything about it. You pulled it out of your pocket and said, "Well, that's
Listen.
blood. It looks like blood to me."
I assure you that it's death, not blood. Anyways.
Are you mocking me? You didn't have that accent whenever you started
Stop
coming in
it!
here.
Anyways. How is, not to be too personal or anything, but how's you and your wife's intimate relationship?
Just busting into tears. It's awful!
My wife is dead.
Well, that's perfect.
Oh my god, this is getting...
Listen here! One vial of death, not blood. You can go to your wife's grave, sprinkle it on her grave, and in 2 nights pass, she will rise again, healthy, just like nothing had ever happened.
Make it a separate check.
Fuck!
5.
Buddy, if you don't buy these goddamn gloves now
God damn it!
and leave us the hell alone, we got a poker game we're playing right now,
Pull
boy.
out the entire sack of 5,000 gold and just be like, and start counting each one individually too.
Alright, you drive a hard bargain? I'll fucking give you your money.
I'm gonna pull out my entire sack.
Yeah. As you're counting, you see that they go back to their poker game. And you can hear like every 5 minutes ago, or like every 5 minutes or so, you just hear fucking drow.
I'm gonna get to like
876, 877, achoo! Fuck.
1,500. Here's you. You son of a bitch. Give me my gloves.
Yeah, take these gloves. Billy, throw this boy out here.
I'm
Billy.
gonna walk out and I'm gonna squeeze my ass through the door first. And just before my head gets out, I'm like,
Fuck y'all. Fucking tiny people.
Now you get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here with that nonsense, you little drow boy.
I hate you. I hate your damn fucking life.
Go back to Illinois Selva, you fucking drow.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Get out here, boy.
Yeah, your wife's dead. I hate you.
Now you got
Piss boy.
you got
You
a
fucking piss boy. Get out
what'd
of
you
here.
call me?
Piss boy.
I'm gonna slam the door.
Good to know.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you leave the halflings haberdashery.
What are these gloves called? And what are their properties again?
So these are the well, I mean, we can give them a different name because their name is really shitty. They're just like the gloves of swimming and climbing. But while wearing these gloves, and it does require attunement. So you need to spend an extended amount of time with these gloves before you're able to actually use their properties.
Like
But-
It's an hour.
Just an hour.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, no, you have to spend 24 hours
Yeah,
with it
it's
on your
24
person.
I'm
Double
just gonna
check.
keep them on me at all times. I don't give a shit.
1 second. Just double checking
I
something
think,
real quick.
I think that's how it works. I haven't tuned to anything in so long.
Right.
What is attunement? Everything I have doesn't require it. So my character has bracers of archery. But you know,
Okay, just double check.
I think the best part is once you walk outside, you will be the easiest person in the world to find.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because you easily stand a solid foot above everybody else. Also, your skin is purple.
Okay, so you have to spend
Yeah.
1 short rest with it. So that's an hour meditating on and spending time with just that item, focusing on nothing else. If you're interrupted, you have to start over.
Is it use it once and then after a long rest, or just one long rest? So
No, it's a short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah, it takes a short rest to
Uninterrupted.
attune to the item, and then after that, you are attuned. If you
You
are
can then just use them.
if you are away from it, if you are over 100 feet from it for more than 24 hours, you break the attunement.
You can also choose to break.
Yeah, you can also choose to break it.
Because
But
you can
yeah.
only
So
be
you keep
attuned.
them on.
You can only be attuned to 3 items at once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So at some point in time, you're going to get something cooler than gloves that allow you to climb.
But climbing and swimming do not cost you extra movement,
Mhm.
and you gain a +5 bonus to any strength checks while climbing or swimming.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And with that, you leave the halfling haberdashery. And so the rest of you, so you are trying to find magic items as well.
I was looking through the herbs.
For the herbs, yeah. So you come to your little cul-de-sac
Yeah.
of half orcs.
I'm with him.
You're with them.
I'm still following with him too.
Yeah. So
But
you
he's-
all,
he's still with him.
yeah, you find plenty of, and you see these large. There's one female orc who comes up to you, and she is a looker, like unironically.
Genuinely?
She's genuinely
It's the Angelina Jolie of.
a quite
of
attractive
orcs.
half orc as she approaches you.
Well, hello. You're looking for anything in particular?
Do you have anything? Well, I'm looking for 2 general things, but the other thing I'm looking for is maybe a little more exotic.
Well, I could try and help you out.
Trying to. I've recently become more accustomed to nature and its pull, and trying to find maybe a decent spruce or twig or piece of oak or birch or something along that line.
For magic.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have anything in the store, but if you have some hiking boots, probably help you out. You see, my family and I,
And she points to the other half orcs.
my family and I have a family house a couple miles into the swamp. That's where we keep our more expensive stock. If you'd like to join us out there, we could probably find something for you and personalize it. I know magic users are can be sensitive about that kind of thing. We just don't keep any in stock in case of any looters, or this is just our presentational. But for those customers who want a more powerful and potent item, that's where we could find those for you.
Where would this place be?
Oh, just a couple miles east of here. There's a road that leads to Kin Swamp, and you head maybe 5 miles outside the city of outside Dire Marsh, and there's a road off to the right. It's pretty simple to find.
And how much do you think one of those would cost?
Well, it depends. We personalize it to you. We customize it exclusively, and it does take a little bit of time to make. Not too long. How long are you planning on being in town for?
Probably not that long, to be honest.
It does take, depending on the craftsman, takes up to about a day to make an item like that personal. But we can add some flavor to it if you like.
I definitely must keep that in mind. I am traveling with the group at the moment, but if we're ever through that area, that is something I would definitely consider.
Oh, wonderful. And for the other items?
I was interested if you had any pale flower or tonfa.
Oh, I have plenty. Right this way.
And she kind of hands you off to this other, to what look, we can assume to be a brother of hers. Looks to be a little bit older, a little bit more pale and gaunt as a half orc can be. Kind of teetering over this small counter of vials and other chemist-looking arrays. And you do see 2 large boxes of both pale flower and tonka. Kind of looks up and goes, need some healing potions made for you, huh? Yeah, I see. I see a chemist. I see a chemist in you, boy. Yeah, you got problems. Oh, come on, I'll fix you up. How much you want?
So, I've a vague understanding of this. How much traveling with actually quite a large group, so how much would you recommend?
Well, how many are you trying to help?
Well, currently in our group we have about 6 members.
6
I
members?
am also trying to find some healing potions as well.
Yeah? Oh, whoa. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, well, 6 people. Probably want 2 for each of them, just to start out. So you're looking at about 6 small potions, and you're just looking for a regular potion, right? Nothing super special.
Right.
Would you know how to the ingredients for a bigger one?
Anything super special will be also found outside of the other inventory, right?
Well,
That's a good question.
Is it outside of regular inventory?
Like you see, they said the
Where he would have
Yeah,
to.
you said the little swamp there in the
my
farm.
sister was telling me, well, we do have some top shelf stuff, and if you are looking for some more potent healing potions, that's gonna be where you would go. So,
Oh, interesting. For a small, so definitely take some
Swamp boys.
Yeah, we're going to
We're definitely interested in some potent stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, of course.
How much more expensive would you say it is to make the large? Like, this is a DM question now at this point. More so, not expensive wise. Our lessers are 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
So what would the next one up be?
I mean, honestly, probably just double that price.
So it would be 4d4 plus 4.
Or for the actual.
No, like what's its healing
Well,
properties?
I think one healing potion as it stands is 50 gold, so it'd be 100 gold.
Yeah.
But what would it be for? That's interesting.
Yeah, like what am I healing it
Yeah.
with? Like, is it worth us to drop what we're doing and do this quest to go get your focus and?
Well, I mean, it's just good to have it and then go do it.
Well, it's also said it's outside of Ken Swamp. That's the
Well, yeah, and it's outside of Ken Swamp, so we can also do it as we go to take the Ken Swamp stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Drop off, place your order, and on the way back, pick up the order.
So yeah, it just goes up by. Actually, it goes 2d4 plus 2, 4d4 plus 2, 8d4 plus 2, and then 10d4 plus 2. That's for healing, greater, superior, and supreme.
So for the
Do we know what he would have, or it's just kind of
So
fun?
it's great.
yeah, so for so we have lesser now. So for a regular healing potion,
Yeah.
the 44.
For,
That's
for just a regular healing, it's 2d4. 2d4 plus 2. For a greater healing potion, it's 4d4
That's
plus
the
2.
one that.
Yeah.
So we already know what it
Was it
takes to
Supreme?
make.
Unless
You said there's greater than Supreme.
It goes healing, greater, superior, supreme.
healing.
Yeah.
So
What
we're
was
going
it? What was
with.
the Supreme?
We're just gonna,
Uh,
I mean,
10d4 plus 20.
because you don't have. I'm assuming you don't have anything better than the components to make healing at this location.
yeah, and actually do a little bit of a. We do a little bit of a seminar for some of the kids who want to come up and up and coming chemists. So we do run a little bit of a show where we create some potions and give them to the kids so they can go and do their own experiments. But yeah, for our shop here, for our Amiga shop here, we just have sort of our regular stock. If you're looking for a couple, well, we actually.
do have a couple of greater healing potions on hand,
Yeah.
but we had to set them aside for the soldiers coming through. They took out most of our stock, and we've been brewing some more. But I gotta keep them for those guys, unless
Unless you happen to not be able to get the supplies to make them.
unless you want to pay a little bit extra to take them off my hands right now.
How much is extra?
Yeah.
We're up on another cost for expediency. Up on another 50 gold per greater healing potion. I've only got 5. It's 150 per healing potion for greater healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
Like realistically, we're talking about like an extra like 1 or 2 average for each.
I mean, but
It is. I mean, I'm just telling.
yeah,
I know it's a real shitty business. All these soldiers coming through. It's taken a bit of a hit on some of our
Yeah, okay.
stock.
I mean, I could do
I could get one from you first. So.
I could
can
do
buy-
125, and I'll take the whole lot.
Well, tell you what, 125 now, and you want to come back over to the to our house at some point in time. Maybe you can pitch in the other 25 at some point in the future. I understand it's hard getting through in these times.
But yes. So like out of game questions. So, like, how would the portions be to like make a potion? Like mechanic wise, I guess.
You have not learned how to make a greater healing potion yet.
You would have to buy this one, and you'd have to.
No, I guess what I meant is like for lesser healing potion, like is it a pound of tunfa? Is it like 8 potions? Is it like 4 potions?
For a pound, I believe that we were doing. Yeah, a pound was. I think it was a pound was 4.
Okay.
Is it the 4 or 5? We'll say it's 5.
Okay.
We'll say a pound of tunfa and a pound of spellflower.
I bought all of them.
5 potions.
Okay. I'm going to personally buy 2 pounds of tunfa and 2 pounds of pale flour.
Yeah, we can do that for you. Yeah, so go ahead, mark off.
Gonna
That's
get 2 pounds.
that's gonna bring you up to about 2 pounds. That 2 pounds of that. That's gonna bring you up to about 40 gold.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
That sounds more than fair.
I'm actually gonna buy 3
Do
of
they
each.
have extra bottles, or is that just?
Got a few bottles in the back. We're saving them for the shows. We got kids coming up, and those kids need bottles, and I'd hate to see a kid go home without a bottle. How many are you looking to get?
I mean, just whatever you're willing to part with, really.
Yeah, I can give you 3 for a silver.
I'll do that.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2.
2 greater healing.
2 pounds of you already bought all of them.
I bought all the peeling potions. 625 gold.
Yeah.
There you
Whoa. Okay. Well, you know, if you see soldiers, it's just between us.
I'm gonna buy another 2 pounds each.
Yes. Another 40 gold for you. There you go.
Would you know of anyone who's maybe looking for any work in the area? Pays well.
Well,
Preferably on the way to Benivets.
the way for Nivers. Well, I mean, there's a lot of work with the caravans going up there with the soldiers. A lot of moving supplies.
Oh, I don't
that
really
kind of
want to
stuff.
work with the soldiers.
Yeah, I understand.
They're always so full of themselves.
It can be, you know. Some of them are some good guys.
Some of them are okay
but you
people,
know,
just
I
making a
get it.
living, but most of them are very power hungry.
Yeah, they can be. I know that for sure. The guy who comes in here, kind of a prick.
Pale flour, same thing, right? 5 for.
Yeah.
So is it like an official?
Yeah, well, not so much. He's just more of a he's in charge of recruitment, and he was. They restationed him. Dalen, Dalen's an okay guy. He grew up in Diamarsh. We all knew him. He's trying to make a name for himself, trying to be a hero. I think he's gonna get himself killed fighting for the. Anyway, if you're looking for work, you know my family is always able to give good coin out for some collection stuff, and if you're looking to move any shipments or anything,
We were looking more on the. Everybody was in agreement earlier about the slaughtering, right?
What?
A mission that involved hunting.
We got a card. We could take some fusion. Depending on how the size is.
Now that you mention it, there is in fact a bit of a problem that my family's been having. You see, we have a small grove where we collect wood for some of our instruments, and it's right outside of our manor, out in the countryside, out in the swamp. Now there's been some rumors. We have a couple of hands out there who work the fields, chop down some groves, and just collect all the lumber. And a few of them came back up to the house one day. They were so scared. They said they were gonna move back to Diamarsh and not come back. And I was telling them, I was like, what do you guys mean? Our grove's been safe. We've been here for decades.
So something out there scaring their workers.
So, did they ever say what they saw?
Wings. Big fucking wings. Not the kind of good wings that you can get over it. Well, they used to have. The Melmarsh had these wings, you see. Man, those are some good fucking wings. I wish they brought those back.
Well, it's better than the biscuits.
I fuck with biscuits.
Oh man, don't we all fuck with
Yeah,
biscuits?
I fuck with biscuits. Anyway, that's, if you're looking to go out and do some sharing.
So if we ever went with your family out to your place, it would be close, right?
Yeah, it's not too far. It's maybe a couple hours. It's a couple miles.
So while they did your thing, we could possibly take care of that for them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Your thing? Are you getting something special over at the house?
Yeah, we've been talking business, so.
Oh, good. Well, I mean, I'm actually I'm heading there this afternoon. I've got these couple. After the show, I'm heading out. If you want to go with.
It's just the four of us here. You're still like wandering around the city. Well, I mean,
I still have one more thing I want to do.
You can find Vladimir.
Are we still going to stay here for the talent for the night?
Well, I mean, realistically, if we go with them and we do all this and they finish his thing, we can come back through town and just follow this road as opposed to doing the escort. It's kind of like an escort, still put a little coin in our pocket if we take care of the problem.
Yeah, I mean,
See?
Yeah.
All balances out.
Corporalons pay well. That's what we do. Yeah. I'm Gangrene Gorbalon.
Green corn.
Look, it's
Nice
not
to
a
meet you.
yeah.
Roman is genuinely just enamored with his name.
A lot of my friends call me Gangy, so
Gangrene Gorbalon.
Nice.
So yeah, if you want to meet back here, maybe around mid-afternoon or so.
Should we bring our cart or?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably fill it up. If you want to fill stuff up in your car, you don't want to carry it in your hands. That's. And I mean, I'm gonna be bringing my cart too, so because I gotta fill my stuff up. So
Well,
make a little caravan, head out to my old house. Maybe I could probably feed you as well. I mean, my mom's a good cook.
sounds like a plan. If we take care of the problem, I mean, if anything, we could. You're saying we're probably not going to arrive till evening, right?
Yeah, probably not till
If it's not too much trouble to impose, we could possibly just stay there for the evening and rest.
Provide
And,
some-
Yeah.
provide some shelter.
Well, we actually, because like I said, we have some people who work on the groves,
yeah,
and there's some
and
vacancies.
then in the morning we can go and check it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Don't really like going out.
Not too keen on the on nighttime stuff.
No, not a big fan.
Yeah, me neither.
Ironically, I can see in the dark.
Yeah, me too. But no, some scary
Still
shit.
not a
there.
big fan.
Yeah.
Well, one last question before, I leave at least.
Yeah.
Do you know of any places in town where we could find some fine weaponry? Like,
It's not mastercraft like Fenris Holder Valley, but yeah, there's a couple places. There's shit. You know what I say? Oh, there's the Ill Hand. That's a pretty good spot. That's number 4 on the map. That is right here. It's actually pretty close by. It is one of the corner ones. Yeah, that's run by Adira Quinn Spade. She's a pretty nice gal. She runs a fair business. If you're looking for some decent steel to keep you safe, there's let's see, where are they? Forgot all the shit. Yeah, that's about it. You might also try the Groves Trove. That's out in the Gloom Bowl, the Gloom Bowl district. It's yeah, I know.
Gonna stay away from that
Yeah,
area.
no, it's not great. I mean, we're gonna have to pass through it to head out into the
I'll
swamp.
stab anyone who comes near me.
But no, yeah.
How about tools? You know where I could find tools?
Tools, the Groves Trove. Probably got some tools for you. What kind of tools you looking for? Just you can probably look around here. We got a lot of shit.
I might have what you're looking for actually
Oh yeah.
on the card. I have everything on the card. It's like it's just a mobile
It's a mobile
workshop.
workshop
Show
essentially.
me
Yeah.
the conditions of your tools.
Huh?
Everything all good?
I mean, yeah, all my tools are great.
Okay.
Everything's covered in grease.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah,
the place
yeah.
looks like it can burn to
Yeah,
the ground,
okay,
but
yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
fine.
Great for a fire agency.
Well,
I
actually,
think it's just like old, like still iron tools that just need to move one at a time, but they're still kicking.
Yeah.
I was actually looking for glassblowers tools.
Oh yeah, no. So what you're gonna want to do? All right, you know this cul-de-sac. You're gonna go about 20 feet down, not the first left, the second left.
Okay.
Don't take the third left. That's gonna take you into the shitty Wood Elf district
Okay.
of the meat and market. Those guys are gonna scam you.
Okay.
Don't do it. You're gonna want to take the second left.
Second.
Go down.
Mhm.
Right. Whenever you start smelling honey,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna want to turn right. There's a little alleyway. That's gonna be a glass blower. You should hear a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit hot. Okay.
Okay.
That's gonna be where the glass blower is. Her name's Shelly.
Shelly.
Really sweet gal.
Gotcha. Cool.
Are you glad I wrote that down for you? Because I guarantee you he's going to ask you very specific directions on the way.
I'm gonna go down from the cul-de-sac 20 feet and take the second.
This place is a maze.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get lost in a meat and market. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll meet you out here. I mean, you don't have to come back in here. I mean, I'll meet you outside. All right. But I'll see you boys later.
Look for the half wooden, half metal cart.
Probably gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
It'll
ain't
be
it?
very
Yeah,
easy to
yeah,
notice,
yeah.
yes.
All right. Have fun storming the castle. That's a joke. It's from a book I like.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
She's like, I can't even read, sir.
so
That's a joke.
yeah,
I'm very smart.
so Malachi, you are making your way through.
I'm not sure what y'all are up to, but I'm personally
I'm just following you.
I'm personally gonna make a trip towards this place now.
While I'm walking,
Mm.
I know Vladimir had said he was going to stay in his room and study his book and learn his new spells.
Oh yeah, we did say that you were gonna start learning your spells,
But I would still
I'm going to do that eventually.
keep an eye out looking around for a very tall and
make a perception check.
oddly stuck out man. Perception?
Yeah.
18.
18. What are you looking for? What was the other thing you wanted to do?
Well, after I've initially closed the door, I would put my hood up
Okay.
and I would have just chilled like across the way, taking a short break, just sat there and then some other stuff going down, but I'm basically right outside where it was.
Okay. And you're taking a short rest to attune to the gloves. So after an hour, as you are sitting there attuned to the gloves, just make for me a.
I'm looking for like who's coming in and out of.
Of the haberdashery.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What's your
Uh,
line there?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me real quick.
You just lower it down.
Perception.
Math.
Yeah, I mean it's not a high DC as you were literally just standing there. You are able to see that most of the patrons who come in, which there are maybe about over the hour that you sit there and you are meditating, kind of just keeping tabs. I think about a half dozen go in and out. A couple of those half dozen, one of them actually has purchased something and walks in and out. A young halfling woman walks out with what appears to be a new dress.
If I do the math in my head, can I calculate how many people are left in the store?
Oh, based off 6 people going in and how many people came out?
Because weren't there just 4 in there when I was in there?
After
You're
after
fucking-
an hour, there's maybe at the moment after an hour, there's about 5 or 6 people in there,
Right.
including the 4 who are in there. So there are your best guess. There are maybe about 2 patrons currently inside.
Alright. Good. Well, I'm going to cast my unseen servant.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him.
I'm going to distract them, and you get my gold back. I'm going to place my stuff next to the door, and you shall go to the back and bring all my gold back and put it in my bag. Unseen, of course.
Okay.
And he's going to go, yes, sir!
So he can't speak. He can't say anything.
He's going to.
To the half.
You can't tell if he actually did it or
Can't see
not.
him.
Because he is unseen.
But I'm gonna go ahead and make my way in now.
Okay. Make another acrobatics check to shimmy your way in.
It's
That one. You
Plus 5.
no. It's
Because you did an acrobatics check.
it's well, and it's also only
But it was
to
climbing.
or swimming.
Thought it was climbing something.
Yeah.
spun through the door.
I doggy paddle through the door.
Climb the side of the building. Fucking.
Yeah.
You literally just got gloves to do this.
Spider climb
That is-
up
that
the
is
side
taking
and
it.
down to the top of the door and in.
Strangely enough, there is not really a good place to climb here, as there is the
They're not
canopy
gloves, they're
above.
spider.
Spider gloves.
See, like,
Which there are those.
American-
Yeah.
It would
but-
be like the web spell essentially.
American Dad when Steve is possessed.
You get stuck. And oddly enough, whenever you open the door and you peek your head in, it's still a 10 by 10 room. Make a perception check for me. 11? Okay. And it's not difficult to see, but the light in the room has changed. It is suddenly darker in the room. Now, for those who do not know, I'm going to take you back to the very first session of our campaign, which at this point was it was about a year ago, literally a year ago. Vladimir was originally a 600-pound drow who needed a ring of weightlessness to kind of bounce around. Vladimir entered a tent and saw a strange figure and struck a strange deal, and was subsequently cursed to be the chiseled Anonymous that he is now. Vladimir, when you open the door to the haberdashery, you see in front of you a small table there's a small swinging, gently swinging green lantern that's emitting this kind of warm, eerie light. And sitting opposite you is a small hooded figure. You're unable to see any distinguishable figure, facial features. You just see a small figure, but it looks familiar. You recognize this as potentially the same figure who you had seen in the tent on Citrus Crossing.
Interesting. Is there anything else? Is it just like
It's
basically scene change?
scene change. It is suddenly you're in the tent.
Interesting. What are you doing here? And where is my rolls? Sir? Sir?
Your friend left you.
Who?
Your friend.
Friendly boy?
He's gone. He was supposed to help us. Return.
Oh, are you talking about Simon? Or are you talking about... Who the fuck are you talking about? Listen, dog, I ain't here to play games. I ain't here to play games, dog.
I think you are. Sit.
And suddenly you feel yourself pulled into the room.
Whoa!
And there's a chair in front of the table, directly aside from you, or directly opposite of the figure.
Who are you talking about? Which friend?
We're going to play a game, Vladimir.
God damn.
I'm gonna look around and make sure no one is standing in the corner with like a needle ready to inject me with shit.
No, it doesn't appear that. It appears that you are. And it's still very small. It's still the dimensions of the haberdashery. So it's still a fairly small, enclosed space. You're able to see everything around you. Go ahead and pull out a D20, a D12, and a D6.
I'm gonna break down. And be like,
Who the fuck are you? Stop!
As you're yelling this.
Fucking box! Alright. We're going to play a game.
Hi, bitch.
If you win, I answer your question. If I win, well, we'll get to that in a second.
Is this the old lady?
No, just literally tell me, bro.
This is the old lady, right?
More or less.
That's not how games work.
So,
How am I supposed to play the game if I don't know the rules?
okay.
Pull the manual out right now.
So, do you remember how to play our dice game?
No, he doesn't remember how
Okay.
to play. That's a
Yeah.
fucking year ago.
So, basically, it's who has the highest amount. You're gonna roll a d20, or sorry, you're gonna roll a d20 first, a d12 second, and your d6. And you're basically just saying who has the highest total out of that. If you do a run,
3 or 1 at a time.
like you add them up. So like I roll like a 10, or I'm sorry, it's a d12, a d8, and a d6. Sorry. Yeah. And then you add them up like 10. Like I rolled a 10, a 6, and a 1. So it'd be
17.
it'd be 161. So that the highest possible.
That's a 10.
Place values.
Yeah. So you add it up. So you have like your tens place, your hundreds place, your tens place, and your ones place.
So it's a 12, 10, and a 6.
12, 8, and 6. Your diamond one. Yeah. So you roll your d20 first. Or sorry,
Your
your
D12.
d12. And then there are 3 rounds of bets.
So many numbers.
There are 3 bets you make. So, yeah. She whispers.
I'll make the first bet.
And she puts 3 platinum pieces on the table and slides it to the middle.
I'm just gonna pull out 1 copper.
Here you go, bitch.
That's not. No.
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 You have to.
I'm not gonna match you, bro.
You roll and then you either match or you re-raise. That's. Have you ever played? Roll your fucking D12. God damn it.
No, fuck you.
10. Wow.
It's we're basically playing poker right now.
Yeah.
So we're
Keep it silent.
we're creating
You
a
call,
hand.
Better call or raise.
So
Yeah.
at the end of rolling the d12 3 times, then we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
there
this
there are 3
round's
rounds.
the D12.
Yeah, this round's the D12.
Next round will be the D8.
Yeah.
The next round will be the D6.
So you're
It's
basically
like when you have to rip a card. This,
you're
every card
basically
like that.
trying to establish like that you have the better
So
hand.
I would roll again and not let him know what it is.
And if you
Yeah, you need blinder. So yeah, so you either call it or raise.
So
I'll call you, you son of a bitch.
30 gold.
That's 30 gold or 3 platinum pieces.
I
Write down.
And now it is your roll.
So you
roll a
rolled-
d8,
You roll the D8, then.
and then it is your
And then-
bet.
Also, while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna pull my dick out and put it on the table.
What the hell are you?
fuck you. Don't look at me. It's business.
It is your bet.
You're gonna
How
raise
much
or
money are you
keep it?
putting on it?
You're gonna keep it at that or you're gonna raise it?
Can I check?
yeah, actually.
Three more platinum.
My dick hits hard.
It's semi-flaccid.
Call.
This time, instead of reaching for the seemingly immaterial coin purse that she has, that her hand just kind of delves into, she pulls back her robe.
Dick is harder.
As she pulls back her robes, you see where a body should be is a curled up, fetal position Simon.
What? Damn bitch, you a freak. I fuck with you though.
Do you call?
I don't have a.
We're
gonna
open my clothes
I mean, I'm just Jack. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you
Roll.
call against that?
We already rolled all
Yeah,
three.
you roll a 3, so it's
Are you all, you rolled your d6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
Yes.
Total?
Total.
So the 12-sided is your hundreds place.
Okay.
So what was that one?
9.
9?
So 900. What's your next one?
2.
920.
Then last one.
And the last one?
922.
922? 841.
You win!
Suck my dick right now. On God. Get over here. I'm serious right now.
On 10.
You're 6 platinum pieces richer.
Yeah,
Oh.
you
Still.
And you can add 1 Simon to your inventory.
In fetal position.
as she closes her cloak.
One.
No,
Simon. No, bitch. On God, I will beat your ass.
He is not mine to give.
Then why'd you put my bed? What happens to bitches like you in my town? They get beat. Step outside. I dare you.
They got this.
You better be safe on your way to your car tonight. Oh God! On John,
He may not be mine to give,
I'll create
but he is mine.
What'd you like? married or something? Then who is he to give? I hate you.
This shit's rigged. Shit's rigged, man.
God.
This is rigged. You cheating. You cheating. Son of a bitch.
He has something of mine that I want returned.
You should get back in this damn store.
Simon?
What?
The necklace.
Yes.
The fucking necklace. God,
An
man.
amulet.
Who gives a shit? It's literally a human dude, and you came out of a goddamn amulet. What's wrong with you?
Also, you would remember that the amulet is gone.
I know
It's
that, but I didn't
vanished.
say that.
No, I don't know that. I'd be like, fuck you, bitch, it's gone.
Simon is more important than you realize.
And just give him back.
He is not mine to give. I do not have him.
Then whose is it?
You've already met him.
Okay, who? The smiling bitch?
Suddenly, the tent that you're in gets dark, just pitch black, and you see two red slits carved into the ceiling,
Oh, yeah.
and a smile.
Like, that's
fucking-
a fucking punk ass bitch. You got man. I'm gonna call up the.
The friendly boy?
Get out of here. We tussling. God fucking damn it. Okay, and.
Oh. At this point, would my sense just like fucking
Yeah, it is.
110
Like,
degrees
Death Stranding.
of fucking yeah, like
Yeah, you turn on.
oh
You
god,
get this like sudden headache, and
he's here somewhere.
I'm gonna say,
Who?
what's so
Yeah.
special about this amulet that you wanted so bad? And Simon.
Oh,
This amulet is the key to banishing Kalai. Find it. Find Simon.
You got it right, man.
He's not mine are you
I'm
listening
gonna look
to
up to
anything?
the fucking smile on the ceiling and be like,
Bitch, literally just give it to me and I'll
It's
try
not
to
here.
fly.
It's
What the
a.
fuck?
it fades. You see a scaly hand.
It's not.
That's fucking gross. God. Ew.
That amulet is more important than you realize.
Okay.
It's my daughter.
And.
Suddenly, the vision fades,
Goddamn, what
and
a
you
bitch.
you figure you see that you're standing directly above the poker table as. Boy, what the fuck are you doing here? And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Yeah.
unbelievable. I should write all
Like I should maybe take notes.
that. Yeah. What's the old lady's name?
New session,
It's,
new session.
Millie.
Or who was the one Hiroshima?
Yeah.
New session, new session.
Hell yeah. That was wild.
Oh yeah.
A lot of shit just happened.
Great session.
And
bro.
we all-
I imagine there's going to be a fight very soon too.
Yeah.
I just wanted to buy a fucking better weapon. Is that so much to ask?
Right.
Well,
We'll get.
I had bypass after the fucking dream, so I was like, this is gonna get funner and funner.
so that doll harassed the party, harassed Lauren for literally like maybe 3 months. And yeah, I'm dusting out some old
Doll
news.
boss see this shit go down. I thought it's funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 5. Again, this will be uploaded very shortly. So,
Hopefully.
yeah, hopefully. And yeah, stay tuned for next week's episode 6. And then we are going to be dark on the 29th. So we're not playing on the 29th. We're off for the holidays. We hope you all have
We could still stream on Saturday.
I mean, yeah, we can still stream. Well,
No, you're
Yeah.
doing stuff the week.
yeah, but we'll be back for the new year as well. And so yeah, we're getting into
That
the thick
means
of
next week we're opening Christmas gifts at the table.
It's Christmas. So yeah, thanks so much, guys. We will see you all later, and
Did you all
have some
believe
good
that? You
R&R.
said they couldn't